Please hold for a very important message. Please hold for a very important message.
Foodiegang, gang, gang. Foodiegang, gang, gang. Foodiegang, gang, gang. What is going on? What is going on YouTube and Facebook? You are tuned in to Time for Tea at 9-7 Good 8. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, you are definitely missing out. But we're not going to judge you. You can change right now by subscribing to my YouTube channel so that you can get all of my content. But hit the like button, subscribe, and share. If you hear me out there, if you don't hear me out there, let me do it. Let me make sure I got some sound. Okay. I got some buttons moving. Okay. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Keep the stove on. Donate to the platform by sending a super chat with your thoughts. Stars on Facebook, or you can hit the Cash App at Love Foodie Gang 59. Cash App would be greatly appreciated. If you can just hit the like button, that means a lot. Follow me on my social media platforms. Yesterday's episode where we talked about Bossman Dlow and the Popeyes worker who got shot over the burnt biscuits. It was good. It was a good episode yesterday. So if you missed it, go ahead and check it out. Let me clear my throat. Okay, today we have chai black tea. Okay, I have a virtual background on and I'm gonna try to make it work for as long as possible. But I definitely see me getting irritated and taking it off. But how is everybody doing today? Okay, so before we got here, I ate breakfast really, really quick. The other day on my YouTube channel, I made skillet potatoes with sausage and peppers. I am still working on getting that photo up, edited with my little logo on there and my name, but I'm going to be posting that picture later on today of what we have for breakfast on Sunday. So we normally do Saturday foodie gang breakfast, and we do that for our members. So it's a members only live chat, but everyone can come and view the live chat, but only members can participate in the chat. But this weekend we did it on Sunday because I had a couple of prior arrangements on Saturday. So we did it on Sunday and I absolutely love breakfast food. I would definitely say that breakfast is one of my favorite meals of the day. And so I was like, thinking, I was like, hey, I'm always cooking breakfast. I was like, let me make this a members only live chat. And every weekend we'll just pull up to YouTube. We'll cook, we're gonna hang out, we're gonna talk, and all of that stuff. So, and shout out to our members who's keeping this channel going. Y'all truly are the backbone of this YouTube channel. Shout out to all the members. And I have not been playing the infomercial that I created to promote my memberships. I'm gonna try to get in today. But it tells you guys all about the membership program on my YouTube channel. There are 3 tiers within my membership program. The first one is Foodie, then the gang, and then we got Certified Foodie Gang for the last tier. But if you are a part of the second tier, which is the gang, you get a live on air shout out. So it's scrolling across the screen there, but we want to shout out Casey and Blue. And you know what? Blue comes up here on set. I'm about to drink this and it's only water and milk. What am I doing? I gotta put the tea bag in there. Okay. We just met Blue, but Blue is so funny. Let me tell y'all a little backstory. Sundays, I have the Foodie Gang food panel, and it's a show that my co-hosts are the Empty Stomach podcast. My co-hosts, Empty Stomach podcast, right? We try to do the show, as many Sundays as possible, and then they also have their show on Podbean and Clapper. Drop a couple of links. I'm doing all this talking, but they brought over their friend Blue. I met him on their podcast they do on Podbean and Clapper. And then Blue came over to the YouTube channel, and Blue is so funny. And not only did Blue come over to the YouTube channel, he went and copped a membership. Okay, he became a part of the gang. I really appreciate when people support, and I try to do the same thing when I can. You know, but just by hitting the like button, leaving a comment down below, it's already support. So, okay, so Sunday, Blue was up here and so was the Empty Stomach podcast. And we talked about Darnell Ferguson, which is he's also known as the super chef. He had a show on Food Network and he had 2 restaurants, right? Life was good, life was good. Y'all know it's time for tea. I normally stay out of the mess, but on time for tea, we talk about people up here, okay? And I am gonna drop that link if any of you guys want to come up and react to any of the content with me. You guys, I have so many content ideas, but okay. Super Chef Darnell Ferguson. We talked about it on Sunday when the Empty Stomach podcast was up here. Being Booga. Is it Booga or is it Booga? What you been? But it don't matter. I'm glad you here. Look, I don't know who shot who, but Megan said it was Tory. And that's what she's standing on. And we're gonna get into that whole drama today. Yo, we got time. We're gonna chill. We're gonna kick back. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna talk about some people. And we're gonna investigate. And we're gonna speculate. Okay. That's what we do here on Time for Tea at 907 Goodies. We speculate. We break down the story from every angle. Okay, back into the super chef. He was accused by his ex-wife at the time of strangulation, terroristic threats, and an alleged rape, right? So at the time of his arrest, his restaurants already closed down. One of them closed down because it was a break-in, some equipment malfunctions. Very, very shady, if you ask me. But anywho, she accused him of all these crimes. He went to jail, and I think he bonded out. Yeah, yeah, Megan is standing on that statement. And I'm going to play you guys a video today of her clapping back at the allegations that there is new evidence in the case. Megan said, no, they ain't. This been done, been old. He did it, and y'all don't want y'all question me about nothing. But back to the super chef. So the wife made these allegations. He went to jail, bonded out. And then she came back, I think it was like a month or two later, and said he didn't do it. It wasn't him. The police twisted my words, right? Okay. Flash forward to a year. A year later, about a couple of days ago, he pled guilty to 2 charges, which is menacing and harassment, and they dropped the other charges. And guess what? Guess what? The ex-wife is the wife again. So this is the live stream. Let me get this pulled up. This is the live stream where we talk all about this whole situation. Let me ask y'all this. If somebody sends you to jail and accuses you of strangulation and some other stuff, are you really gonna be back with them? I don't know, I'm not. But she might put that thing on him. We don't know what she did and what she said, but that video is there, and that is the Foodiegang food panel. So yes, that was a Foodiegang food panel, but today we are gonna get into this whole Megan the Stallion, and we have previously commented on the whole Tory Lanez thing, and we didn't follow it the first time. I didn't even have a YouTube channel when it first happened, but we on the case now. I know that's right, and we're gonna catch up. Let me drop the okay. This video that I'm gonna share with you guys is the is in this video they go over the new evidence that they found out that so they feel Tory Lanez as innocent with the new evidence they have uncovered. That was a couple days ago. And during this live stream, I said to you guys, I wonder if Megan's team is going to say anything back. Are they going to issue a statement? Are they going to have a press conference? But in today's time, you don't necessarily have to have a press conference or have a team to issue a statement. You can log right onto Instagram, TikTok, any social media platform and really speak your piece. And that is exactly what Megan did. She clapped back. But the only thing I would say about clapping back from social media is, especially when you go live, y'all be saying stuff that don't make no sense. Y'all be saying stuff that just don't even go. And it's like, if anybody needs to get a lawyer, it's you. Now, new evidence was found in the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion case. They are alleging that Kelsey actually shot Megan Thee Stallion, and it was not Tory Lanez, and he's an innocent man who was shanked up in prison recently. And that's what really brought about this, reopening of the case, reopening of the facts. It brought about them analyzing what is really going on here. So I know it's a mouthful, but y'all follow along with me. It's time for tea at 9:07. And I was watching a video last night. And in the video, they were saying that a lot of celebrities were chiming in and tuning in and agreeing that Tory Lanez should be free. And people believe that the pressure may have gotten to Megan Thee Stallion, and that is why she even issued a statement. But so we got a lot to get into. We got a lot to talk about with this particular case. But here is the original video where we talked about the evidence that was discovered in the case. Y'all been have watching my live stream back. I was like, dang, I talk a lot. Look, if you talk a lot, go ahead and get you a YouTube channel because then people gonna want to listen. Let me I want to play this one video before we get into all of it so y'all know where we at and what is going on.
Please
Time for tea. Y'all better get y'all tea ready because it's gonna be a good one. Okay, okay. So the first thing I'm gonna do with y'all foodie gang is I'm gonna show y'all the Facebook group because I have not showed it to y'all in a long time. We gonna talk about some food right quick before we get into the allegations. Before we get into the statements. You know what? Another thing, yesterday, that live stream did really good on Facebook. I shout out to Facebook. When we talked about Bossman Dlow, I said to y'all, I said, I wonder if Bossman Dlow gonna say anything back. And I thought about it, I'm like, maybe he should kind of be quiet because it's just not looking too good for him. But you know, when somebody is talking about you, it is so hard to not say nothing. And that's what happened in the case of Bossman Dlow. He said, y'all ain't finna talk about me like this. And I don't say nothing back. So he, in the same fashion as Megan the Stallion, he did not, have lawyers do a press conference. He issued a social media statement. And the good and bad thing about issuing the social media statement is that the good thing is you're able to get it out to your people immediately, right? It's a direct, fan base or from you to your fan base directly. So the issue with issuing social media statements is that if your statement does not make sense, there's holes in your statement. The issue with that is people gonna talk about you. And I'll say this: when y'all make these statements, can y'all please put in there, I didn't do it? Because y'all be issuing statements and don't say, I didn't do it. So then it's like, well, what did you even come out here for if you wasn't going to deny the allegations? And in these statements, people are looking for that. They're looking for you to deny the claims. We're not looking for you to say you're the victim and they trying to tear you down. We're looking for a denial. So if you don't have a denial, you just need to keep that statement to yourself. Because one thing the internet will do, the internet will investigate, okay? So if you don't have a denial in your statement, just go ahead and keep it, boo boo. We don't even need it. So this is the Facebook group, Foodiegang fan page, always cooking. Um, I love the Facebook group because it's an opportunity for you to share your cooking with me and to share it with the world. And it's just a bunch of people, over 3,000 people, excuse me, sharing their love of food together. And when I first started this group, I never imagined that it would become this, but it's just a very great platform. So here is the group on Facebook, and that is us. I'm also on TikTok and Instagram. And if you guys want to do like any content collaborations, you can always email me at chefbigbank@gmail.com. Okay, so I'm going to play this video. Any sound. Ground pork Geniza. Sometimes you need to cook a simple recipe with lots of vegetables to get through the day. You know who this reminds me of? Who was always talking about veggies and telling people which veggies they need to eat. Next level. Next level will tell you, he'll tell you a whole breakdown of which pepper is better for you and all that. He will give you a detailed breakdown of everything. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. And then that is the thumbnail. So Megan goes off on Tory. Bossman Dlow addresses the allegations. I'm curious to see what the support for Bossman Dlow is going to be given these new allegations. And the allegations, y'all, crazy. It's crazy. And hey, Drip, how are you doing? How are you doing? Yes, the allegations against Bossman Dlow are absolutely crazy. He clapped back. I am going to show you guys, for those of you guys who missed it, I am going to replay a video of the allegations being alleged. But yes, good morning. Post a picture of food below. I did post a couple of my food pictures in here, so let's see what we have. Okay, so here we have a fajita rice bowl, a chicken fajita rice bowl. We got black beans, sour cream, cheddar cheese. I love my peppers and onion mix, especially when you saute it. And I make my own taco seasoning at home. And so I put a little bit of, I call it, I call it my big bag taco seasoning. And I make it at home myself. It is so delicious. Very, very good. Once you know how to make a lot of seasonings and sauces, you start to realize like the only reason that you really buy it from the store is really out of convenience because a lot of that stuff is super simple to make. Yeah, that button ain't gonna work. Oh, and these are loaded cinnamon rolls. So this is actually, how you can like get the cinnamon rolls in the can. These are actually not homemade cinnamon rolls. I did, however, cut up some strawberries, toasted some coconut, and then I have the vanilla icing on top of there. I put whipped cream on there, sprinkles, and I did this for Ava's Playtime. I also make children's content. That actually was how I started my whole content journey. So you know what? I think for me, that's why it has been so easy to stay out of a lot of the drama because it's like I never came up here for no drama. That never was what I was trying to do. I. Oh, and then this is some soup that I made. This is my soul food soup. So I had a lot of leftovers. I had some red beans and rice that were left over. Um, Chicken, some Cajun chicken, so and some celery. I had a lot of stuff that was left over. I had a lot of veggies in the fridge that I needed to use up. Okay, the thing I love about soup. The thing I love about soup is that when you have a lot of leftovers in your fridge, you can literally throw them into the pot and just make soup. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that, and then it's also a great way to utilize all of your veggies. Or if it's like sometimes we go to the store, and this is why I try not to buy too many vegetables and fruits at one time because it makes me really upset when they go bad. So, if you have a lot of vegetables that are going bad, you can make a soup. And if you have a lot of fruit that's on its way out, you can always make a fruit salad, eat it the next day or that same day, no more than 2 days. Or you can put it into a smoothie, depending on what type of fruit it is. But one thing I know we're not gonna do, Foodiegang, is waste no money. And right now, with the price of food being so we can't afford to have no waste. Okay, and this is what I made this past Sunday. I still gotta upload more of the pictures, but sweet chili, and I have like half of the recipes for this put on it on 907 Goodies, but don't worry, y'all. Ginger hoisin chicken, sweet chili shrimp. We have rice and we have a stir fry, and then we have pork egg rolls. Okay, so sometimes when I cook on Sunday, I actually love it because it's like I've noticed that I kind of do a lot of my cooking on the weekends, and I tend to cook a lot of food, so then I have leftovers. So I'm gonna probably be eating this again for dinner. I ate some yesterday, and then on Wednesday I'll probably cook again. But that's kind of like how I like to do things. I kind of like to like make a lot of food, have leftovers, and then because I used to do this when I first started cooking on YouTube for real. What I would do is I would make food, but I would make a little amount, so that every time I would have to cook. And then I noticed that I was cooking so much. And I was like, okay, I'm getting tired of cooking. Let me just cook a big meal, invite my family over, give them some food, and then, we'll do the time for tea or then we'll cook again. So that was what we have for Sunday dinner. And let's see, this is Manuel. This man right here, let me tell you, he's a chef Sanchez, yes. He be on the grill and he be having that brisket. Oh, he be making brisket tacos, brisket meatloaf, brisket everything. I thought I even saw him make brisket quesadillas once. But he be making some good food. So it looks like breakfast potatoes, eggs, refried beans. Um, do you guys eat rice for breakfast? I've never been like a big rice person for breakfast, but I know a lot of people, or I've heard a lot of people eating rice for breakfast. Ooh, I ain't had this in a minute. Thai coconut shrimp tom yum. There used to be this restaurant in Portland. I think it was called I believe it was called Isan Thai. It was so good. Um, I think they had a food cart in a restaurant. I was loyal. I went to the food truck. I went to the restaurant. I went to the new food truck that they had just opened. Your girl was loyal, but good food, how you be loyal? And Booga said, I eat rice for breakfast. When you eat rice for breakfast, what do you eat it with? More than rice for dinner, but you know what? What I have realized, like with all of my cooking content, it's like now I can look through my cooking content and kind of see trends. And I'm like, dang, I'm always eating rice. Whereas like before I would take pictures, but it's different when you do videos, you do promo, you make content. You're like, dang, I'm always eating rice and stir fries. And then Muga said, especially eggs, rice, and onions. Okay. And mix with eggs and onions. Okay, y'all, don't get mad at me for this. I cannot mix certain things into my eggs. Like some people will eat eggs and grits and like mix it together. It makes me like shake. Just the texture. I don't like the texture of that. So I wouldn't be able to mix the eggs and the rice together because the texture would just ugh. I don't like stuff like that. Like I don't like bread pudding. I don't like bread pudding, but I know how to make it. Okay, so even if I don't eat something, I know how to cook with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I've been working in the kitchen, and a lot of things that you don't like in the kitchen, you may have to cook. Like, I'm not really a fan of olives. I had to cook with olives all the time. And so, when you cook, that's gonna happen sometimes. But yes, I've had this tom yum soup before, but I haven't had it in a while. Ooh, you guys know what's good? Is it called? I think it's called hot and sour soup or sweet and no, I yeah. Um, there's miso soup. When you go to get your sushi and you get that miso soup. So, okay, let me rephrase that. Because I've heard some miso soups be very, very watery. So it has to be a good miso soup. Oh, Booga, that makes sense. He said it's almost like fried rice that Asians make. That does make sense with the rice and the egg. But even with fried rice, there is other stuff in it, but it's a little bit. When you mix the eggs and the rice, what is the ratio? Y'all, this 9-7 goodies. We talk about food. It go down up in here. Okay, we serious. What's the ratio? 1 to 1? See, that's too much egg, too much rice for me. What's up, G Honda? We were just talking about you. You know what? Why we was just talking about you, G Honda? We talking about these onions. Buga said he mixes rice, onions, and eggs together. And Gihanna said he puts banana peppers in his breakfast. Ooh, have y'all had hummus before? Oh, okay. Yeah, this is hummus. Hummus is so good. There's this brand that has the red top. I cannot remember what the brand is called, but they make a hummus and they make like different flavors. They do like a red pepper one. I haven't had hummus in so long, but I actually have some dried chickpeas that somebody gave me, and I'm like, when I use chickpeas, they always came from a can, but I got some dried chickpeas. And Gianna said jalapeno hibachi bowl for breakfast. Gianna be eating dinner for breakfast, and that's okay, that's okay. Ain't no real rules up in cooking, except for wash your hands. Don't double dip, and don't invite nobody over if you know you can't cook. Like, y'all be doing to yourself sometimes. You know you can't cook. You invite people over. You putting them through this. And Boogie said it's all cooked together, mainly leftover rice, more rice and egg, sauteed onion. I love me some onions in my food. Um, and Jihan said new recipe alert. He said toast points. Said no onions. Well, where the recipe at? Where the recipe at? Okay, okay. I feel like I missed a comment. I don't know why my thing is doing this. Oh, okay. I have my screen zoomed in. And I was like, why can I chat like this? Gianna throwing up in the chat. We're gonna need you to not throw up just 907 good eats. You gonna ruin the brand. Oh, Booga said just the hood version. He said he making the hood version of fried rice at home. And then Booga said, I eat dinner for breakfast. I really don't eat egg, breakfast potatoes, and breakfast sausages no more. You know what? Mr. P in my Facebook group, he always eats dinner or breakfast for dinner. So that's like the opposite, But I love breakfast food. I really, really do. And so for me, I could eat breakfast at dinner. She did it the other day. I was like, dang, I want something to eat, but I don't want nothing too heavy, and I want something kind of quick. So I had some turkey kielbasa, and I made some scrambled eggs real quick. Honey, we don't need to keep your thought to yourself. And Buka said I eat smothered chicken over rice, greens, and cornbread for breakfast. But you know what? It's funny that you eat dinner for breakfast, and then Mr. P eats breakfast for dinner. I had to say it slow to make sure I was saying it right. That sounds too heavy, Booga. Now that gives me the itis off top. I'll have to go to sleep after. Booga, would you be up at 2 a.m. or why have you been up for so long? Now Booga out here living his best life. Best life. Booga, you gonna get me in trouble. This looks like a banana pudding parfait. I have this friend, and we're gonna get into the content shortly because y'all see this food group on Facebook will get you carried away. Cause you'll be looking at it and then you like 2 hours, an hour passed by. My friend was telling me that she had never had homemade banana pudding. And what she would do is she would go to Walmart and get Patty LaBelle's banana pudding that comes in the freezer. And I was like, I didn't even know you can buy banana pudding from the store. Cause I always have somebody make it for me. And so then I tried it. Cause I was like, this is crazy. I didn't even know you can get banana pudding from the store. I thought you had to make it at home. I tried it. It was so freaking sweet. And it just tasted like straight sugar. And I was like, girl, this is not good. Yeah. But I always like to try stuff, every once in a while just to really see. But I was like, girl, this is not good. It was just very, very sweet. And she was like, well, I never had nobody to make me fresh banana pudding. And then it made me realize, like, dang, some people really grew up in families that don't cook or only cook certain things. So I guess I have been very blessed because my mom made homemade banana pudding, homemade sweet potato pie. Like we always cooked at home. We didn't go out to eat much. And I think that had a lot to do with like when you have a lot of kids, going out to eat costs too much, especially now. And Boogie said that's how my sleep pattern is. I eat breakfast around 8 a.m. and been woke since 2 a.m. Okay. He said rhyme, sugar, and booger. Sugar booger together. That's how you say it. Am I- booger. Is that right? Yeah. Look, y'all be having these hard string names. Y'all need to get some simple names out here. Okay, let's see what else is in the group. But yes, this is the food group on Facebook, and this is Mr. P, who I was talking about. He's always making like really good, great posts like this and really great pictures. Okay, y'all. You see, we're gonna have to get up out of here because we finna forget why we here. And we here to talk about somebody. We here to talk about Megan, Bossman Dlow, and Tory Lanez. Um, let me get okay, so do y'all want to talk about Megan first or Bossman Dlow? Who I want to talk about? Okay, this is the video with Tory Lanez that we talked about last time. That's going to set up the stage for this live stream because Megan responded to the allegations that it was actually Kelsey who shot Megan. I'm going to say who shot Tory, who shot Megan in the foot, allegedly. And I just want to say everything that we say here is allegedly, is alleged, and it's our own opinion. But do y'all research? Do y'all research? We were not there the night that the incident went down with Megan and Tory. Honestly, nobody was. But when you bring your situation to the internet, we all got something to say. And Booga, did I say it right? Said, who shot who in the foot? That is the question that for years has really followed around Megan and has followed around Tory. No matter where Megan goes, she's gonna hear about Tory. No matter where Tory goes, he's gonna hear about Megan because a lot of people feel like Tory Lanez was innocent. And what happened to him and what was said about him, they feel like he was railroaded. Because a lot of the evidence in the case was fishy. Let's just keep it real here. It's fishy. It was fishy. They gave him Kelsey immunity. That was fishy. A lot of it just didn't add up. It was like 1 + 1 should equal 2, but it's equaling like 5 up in here. So what's up with this? So let me get the video pulled up. Good job with this video real quick.
Please hold for a very important message. Please hold for a very
Yeah, I just realized I played the wrong video, but that's okay. That's okay. And hey, lady, how are you doing? And lady said this stupid free Tory Lanez period. And you know what? A lot of people were saying that. And according to this video, she feels like, or people feel like that could have been what really got Megan to issue a statement in the first place. Is because she was hearing this from everybody about Tory. One thing about Megan Thee Stallion is just that she has been very vocal during this process about how it was Tory. Let me get the video pulled up. Like said, hi you guys. Y'all hit the like button, hit the like button. Okay, we're gonna get this pulled up. I know that's right. Hmm. Do you think, but at the same time, what I would say is this: if you doing bad stuff, I feel like karma might get you. What do y'all think about that? Is some of the stuff that's going on kind of karma? Is it who people choose to associate themselves with? I I think a little bit of it might be. It might maybe it's both. Maybe it's karma and who you choose to associate yourself with. But we got I think he was name a Big Ant or Ant. Yeah, Ant from Urban Politicians TV. Megan Thee Stallion responds to Tory Lanez's new evidence of shooting. Y'all, and I would say Megan made some allegations, but let's get right up into it.
By a gentleman named Bradley James.
I got my headphones on. I don't hear nothing. I ain't got my headphones on though. And Booger, I agree with you on that. He said I can't judge none of these people's stories unless I was there. Can't let the internet program me to throw a stone. And I agree with you, Booger. And some people feel really triggered by a lot of the things that are said on the internet. And we're going to see that. We're going to see Bossman Dlow and Megan Thee Stallion respond to allegations. What are you responding to allegations from the internet for? Let me tell you something. The internet's undefeated. You cannot win against the internet. People are going to think what they think and they're going to say what they want to say. Go on about your day. But Megan Thee Stallion and Bossman Dlow could not hold their tongue, and they had something to say back, and that's what they did. Oh yeah, yeah, I got the fair use. Um, and lady, which one? Which one did I not let you finish? Oh, let me go ahead and drop that link too. Oh, the fair use. Look, lady, you can go ahead and send the fair use. I'll use mine and I'll use yours. I appreciate both of them. And shout out to all the moderators on this channel. Everybody is needed here. And if you send the same thing that I'm already posting, I'm gonna use both of ours. I'm gonna use yours and I'm gonna use mine. Okay, let's get into it.
Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Ms. Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others. Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement and was free to speak with Unite the People, and that he was doing it because his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something he did not do. Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was a witness to the conversation Ms. Harris had, where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun, never fired the gun. This statement aligns with the statement of the only.
So this was from the press conference that they had a few days ago with Tory Lanez. I'm not sure if it was his legal team, legal counsel, but it was a bunch of different lawyers. They had got members of the media. They did a press conference showing the new evidence. During that live stream where I showed it to you guys, I said, I wonder if Megan's gonna clap back. And she clapped back. But this is the new evidence. They had the bodyguard come forward and say that it was not Tory. I don't know why these people wait until later on to say something, but that is what it is. So we can't. But I wish he would have been spoke up. We wouldn't even be here. Tory wouldn't have got shaked that 14 times. Megan wouldn't have been twerking so much. She wouldn't be all over our TV saying, body, yada, 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 yada. If the bodyguard would have been came forward. So, but we're here now. This is what it is.
Non-party witness to the case, Mr. Sean Kelly, who at trial testified he saw 2 women fighting, 2 men break up the fight, 1 man grabbed the other one's arm. Gunshots came from the passenger side. The passenger side is where Ms. Harris was sitting.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as it was breaking news last week that Tory Lanez was stabbed early Monday morning by another inmate in prison 14 times and nearly lost his life. His lungs collapsed. He had to be life flighted to the nearest hospital from the jail facility. And then in the following days, as y'all see right there in the beginning, his representation and his father spoke out about new evidence that they had received from the driver for Megan Thee Stallion's former friend, Kelsey Harris, who was also there that night. Now, that speech is longer than that. They talked about a little bit more, and they got into other details as well. And you can find the full thing on Twitter if you just look it up. But now, Meg Thee Stallion has spoke, and then they hit all the blogs what she had to say about it. At what point are y'all going to stop making me?
Before we get into her statement, because it's a long statement. Some people, she's saying she published a book. But they say, yeah, why wait till he got sentenced for 10 years? I don't trust none of these humans. And I still wasn't there to know exactly I still wasn't there to know what actually happened. Everybody lying if you ask me. Why you wait? It's like if I do a crime and they get sentenced and they throw me in jail and throw away the key, what the hell you come down now with the evidence? Where were you at when I was on trial fighting for my life? Where were you at? Why would the bodyguard come out now? And now you feel bad after you saw me get stabbed 14 times? You didn't feel bad when they were sentencing me to 10 years? Come on now. So both of them might be right. Everybody lying. Everybody's fishy. But let's get it back into it. He's finna get into Megan's statement, and I'm so curious to see how this is all gonna end. Because it's getting hot in here. It's getting hot even for the hotties.
She had to say about it. At what point are y'all gonna stop making me have to relive being shot by Tory? At what point are Tory and y'all fans gonna stop lying? Like, how much is the check to keep harassing me? Why is this happening every day? 1 minute y'all said I was never shot. Now y'all letting him play in y'all face again and say I was shot, but it wasn't him. Oh, okay. I'm sick of this ish. Leave.
First of all, we're not letting Tory do nothing. Okay, we sitting down here looking at y'all acting a fool, going back and forth. Two lovers that now are not happy with each other and are trying to ruin each other's lives. What it looks like to us. And Tory's not playing in our face; he's playing in your face. Because if they pardoned him and they said Kelsey did it, guess what, boo boo? You're gonna be twerking in the cell. Look, you can't wear the wigs up in jail. You have to get something else. Y'all think Megan Thee Stallion gonna be bald headed on her mugshot? Do y'all think Megan Thee Stallion gonna be bald headed on her mugshot, or she got some hair? Y'all let me know. Blaze, what's going on? He said, did somebody say hotties where they at? Look, you know where to find Megan and her hotties. Isn't that what Megan call her people hotties? Look, they ain't over here, but isn't that what Megan called people the hotties? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. But we're gonna get back into her statement. Do you guys feel like this is a woman that's down bad? You think she kind of scared from what she said? I'm gonna go back a little bit, and she said, Tory is playing in our face. She's tired of us. Well, you can't accuse somebody of shooting you and get mad when the other side wants to see that person free, because that person's gonna have family, they're gonna have friends. It's like, dang, you want everybody to be against Tory. If you give somebody 10 years, is it wrong of us to relook at the evidence and to make sure that the court got it right? But we automatically need to just be on your side? Why couldn't it have been Kelsey? I think it's a question everybody needs to ask. Why did she have immunity? They didn't even take her DNA. It looked like a setup to me. But let's go back into her statement.
Letting him play in y'all face again and say I was shot, but it wasn't him. Oh, okay. I'm sick of this ish. Leave me the F alone. He ain't dare get on that stand and deny he shot me, and that was his choice because he knows he did that ish. I don't give a F about a blog or a bot. Why in the F would me, Megan Thee Stallion, have to lie on this MF about shooting me? How y'all mad at the person that got shot? Facts are facts. He did it. It was proven in court. F the hate campaign on the internet. Tory, you shot me. Ain't no new effing evidence. Y'all been saying the same ish for years. Tory, please leave me alone. You are a effing demon.
Okay. We got a lot to break down. We got a lot to break down. A lot of people do not take the stand in their own defense. So that I don't think that that's too crazy, but she's saying that if Tory Lanez didn't do it, he should have had no problem getting on the stand and saying that it wasn't him. But a lot of people do not take the defense, and they are advised not to by their legal team. We will never know why Tory did or didn't do it unless he has already come out and says it. But one thing I want to say that she said facts are facts. Okay. What if the facts are not facting? What if the facts are sketchy? What if the facts are not the facts? And what facts are you talking about? Are you talking about the DNA evidence that they didn't collect from everybody else in the car? That fact? What facts are you specifically referring to when you say facts are facts? This is why I was saying, Foodiegang, sometimes when you issue social media statements, it's not good. Because you can look through her statement and you can see holes in it. And y'all know we investigated this here on the internet. You can see holes in it. She said facts are facts. Tory shot me. She know it was him. How are you so sure when you were drunk? And you sound like you mad at us for even questioning it. We just, I don't know, y'all, but what y'all think? And Blake said, if she lied, then yes, she should definitely be scared. Consequences will come her way. I believe in karma too. I believe in karma. Luca said maybe Megan didn't actually see who shot her in the foot and just blaming Tory. That's how I feel. And you know what? I just realized I am so sorry, Foodiegang. I just realized I never dropped the link. Why would you remind me? Y'all know I be forgetting stuff. Yeah, how would she have seen it if it happened like behind her? Or, when you're drunk or you're drinking, you're under the influence, there might have been some weed involved. You're really not in your right state of mind. How do you know that without a doubt? And she gonna say facts are facts. They didn't get all the facts though. That's what we're talking about, Megan. Megan couldn't be my friend. A shout out to Drip, and Booga said a lot of people point the finger of assumptions. Maybe he was laughing and that's what she seen and just assumed it was him. I don't know one thing. She got it out for Tory. And there was like a restraining order that just came about recently. I didn't even get into all that. And Drip said it's complicated. Yeah, she can say facts are facts. Not these ones. They don't even count. Because they didn't get all the facts. All the facts would have been collecting DNA from everybody. All the facts would have been really doing your due. All the facts, honestly, in my opinion, would have Kelsey not been given immunity and having her come up there and testify. Truthfully, that would have been all the facts. But we didn't get all the facts, Megan. So cut it out. I think she's scared, y'all. Blake said probably should have sought out legal counsel before taking to social media and airing out your frustrations. You know what? Because you know how when you get mad, you just be talking. You just be talking. You got to be careful of that. This is a real case here. This man is serving 10 years in prison right now and just got shanked up 14 times. And you are going to come out here and issue a half-ass statement that don't make no sense. out of anger, out of emotion. This when it's a case that's in a court of law, I don't even think social media statements should even be used. Now, Bossman Dlow, that was a different situation because that whole thing happened on social media. But once you take it to the courts, all social media statements need to stop because this is for real now. And you know, once you bring it to the internet, everybody gonna get put in your business. And that's what's going on here. But honestly, Megan Thee Stallion, this has always kind of been her style. If you look back at a lot of her live stream, about a lot of the times where she went viral, it was because of social media. Her making these statements and doing these things. This is kind of how she does her PR. But when you get to a certain level of success, this is unacceptable. You shouldn't even be doing this. Shannon Sharp, Megan Thee Stallion, and Bossman Dlow, stay off of social media. Stop. Y'all have money. Now, us poor folks, we gotta go on social media because we ain't got no money. We ain't got no team. Y'all got money. What the heck are y'all doing? Using the poor man's free PR. What are you doing? You got money. Why are you on social media giving out statements? Isn't that what you pay them people for? So like, you don't gotta do this? But one thing I would say is that it's hard when you're used to a certain way of living. And you know, these people are used to just tapping in right to their fan base. They're not used to having to go through, PR and lawyers. But when you get to a certain level and there's money on the table, there's prison that we're talking about. I do feel like this it's past social media statements. And did we hit the free Foodie gang? Did I say 4 gangs? Thank you, Foodie gang. Share and subscribe if you haven't. And go tell a homie about the gangs and perks. Yes, a lot of perks for our members. And shout out to all of our new members. Let's get back into her statement. But Megan is tripping. And one thing about the internet is once it's there, you can never take it back. And so this is here forever.
Off this silly internet. Bye. And I'll say this for Meg Thee Stallion. It's going to be tough on the internet for you because people see the soft spot. You respond, you speak on it. They're going to keep grabbing. That's just what the internet do. I'm just keeping it all the way 1,000. Now, when it comes to the shooting, I wasn't there. I don't know exactly what happened. I had just questions for myself. I can't say who did what. I can't say what really happened. That would be fake of me to sit up here and act like I could give.
And another thing that I almost forgot about. How do y'all feel about this? She called Tory Lanez a demon. Y'all, if that ain't hate, I don't know what is. She called that man a demon. And he just got shanked up 14 times. Not saying that he's not a demon, not a devil, not a bad man, but dang, you're picking some really bad timing to come out here and slander his name. They finna get you, Megan. We have not talked about the TikTok influencer that was unalived. Maybe we'll get into that later in the week. We've been so caught up in the Bossman Dlow and the Tory Lanez. We even talked about Chris Brown. Oh, and Booga said, if Keep King Demon, what are you, Megan? And okay, this is another thing. If it comes out that Tory Lanez really is innocent, that statement is gonna make her look so evil and so bad. So I don't know, Megan. I don't know if this is looking good for you out here. I don't know. But you cannot win going back and forth with the internet, and that's why y'all see me always be the bigger person. I don't respond to like the the little attacks and all that. There are some celebrities who really have a hard time dealing with this. One of them is Cardi B. Cardi B will be clapping back. Megan Thee Stallion be clapping back. She has a lot of videos, a lot of statements where she clapped back during this Tory Lanez situation, even from the beginning. I don't know why she hasn't learned to just be quiet. Sometimes I think silence is the best. Just shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. And Blake said true, but she's utilizing social media in a way that could potentially damage her credibility. She's seeing red, and rarely do you have a clear mind in that state. You know what? If Megan had somebody like Blaze and Chef Big Bank in her life, we would tell her, hey, calm down. Put your gang face on. Put your shoulders back. Talk about everybody behind closed doors. But we have heard her statement. If it comes out that the evidence is that Tory Lane's innocent and it was really Kelsey, this is gonna make Megan look so bad. Cause dang, now he's a demon. He didn't even do nothing. If he is innocent. Hello, foodie gang. As I win, enjoy the foodie perks of the platform and only foodie lives. Yes, and shout out to Joanne. Okay, there's a story about a Mexican influencer that was on a live that Joanne really wants us to report on, and it is a good story. I will see if we can get into it later this week. I love when you guys give me content ideas, whether it's news articles, videos, recipes. Because you know what? Yeah, this is not seven good eats, but this is our thing. And if y'all have certain food you want to see me cook, just let me know, y'all. Y'all know I'll be up here every day. And lady said she thought he did it though, so maybe she won't feel no different. Nah. Did she think he did it? It almost feels like she wants it to be Tory, right? It feels like it has to be Tory now because if it's not Tory, she's gonna look like a liar. And we're gonna be right here talking about it. Yes, I dropped the link, and the link is pinned to the chat. If anybody has time to come up and you want to share your thoughts, we got time today. We finna get into it. Y'all support the channel, send the super chat, some stars, hit the cash app. Oh, and Lady said, Blaze, you have hood perspectives too. Yeah, you know what? I love me some Blaze. I love everybody in the food game, but Blaze be out here talking some sense and bringing up good points. And I love when you guys bring up good points and I read your comments. I'm like, dang, I never even thought about that. Sometimes no response is the best response, especially if it's instructed by your legal team. And I look, one thing we can all say here is Megan, I almost said Legging because I was thinking about her twerking. Megan ain't worried about no damn legal team. Okay? She's having this case out in the court of public opinion. She don't care. She don't got no foresight and she ain't thinking about the future. Okay? And I wonder if her and Kelsey still friends. She don't care about no court. She probably or no legal team. She probably called them after she released the statement because ain't no way. Okay, yeah, no worries. Just take your time. Yes, y'all support the show, and keep the stove on via super chat, super sticker, or cash app. And there is the cash app. Well, I'll say this: y'all be coming up with better sayings than I come up with. And y'all be having like better little, like quotes and all that. And shout out to Drip. We got Drip in the building. And Booker said, don't forget, she said he was shooting at the ground, telling her to dance, dance, dance.
Mm-hmm.
That's me at Hardin Court. Trip, what's up?
Hey, what up, though?
What's going on, Drip? How's your day going?
Going good, though. I'm just chilling out. Though. I was just about to vacuum the house, though, so, chilling.
Yeah. How are you doing, Drip? Go ahead and tell us about your YouTube channel and what you got going on over there.
Okay, so basically on my channel, I do those UK hip hop content though. So I do is voiceover content. I take clips and I talk over clips though, and I give detailed description of what it is for how long I want it to be. I let the music play, and I share and promote the artist while I do the video as well. So I give credit where credit is due though, and showcasing talent. That's what I do though. Before it used to be variety, now it's just music based. Unless I do TikTok as well though.
Yes, and y'all, Drip be out here grinding. He be on the pianos. He drops a video like almost every day. And I'll be like, I wonder how he puts these videos together, but they're really, really good. Always always great content.
Thank you.
A lady
Today
said
I
she wanna
just
see your eyes. Yeah. And Drip, you always looking fly, okay?
thank you. That's just the fashion I choose.
Have you heard what do you think about the I know you heard about it. What do you think about the Megan clapping back and issuing a statement on social media? And did you
Probably
hear
gonna
what she said in her statement?
Well, I think that kind of makes it look, I mean, from the outside looking in, though, from a person though who, let's say a person don't know, seeing that though, they think, it kind of makes it look bad in a way though. I'd say it's complicated to me. To me, I kind of, after observing both sides, it's very complicated though. But let's say the perspective of a person who don't know the case though, I'd say that makes it look bad though. From the person who don't know anything, but I kind of know a bit.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're like just from the outside looking in, it's kind of looking like a last minute attempt to clear her name.
Mhm. Yeah, but
But
I was
why
about
are
to
you so
speak. I was just
angry
trying.
if it's not true?
Hmm. Yeah.
But Buddha, this comment is so funny because I forgot
Yeah.
about the part where she said Tory was shooting at the ground, telling her to dance, dance, dance. Okay, do y'all think this is a lie?
Okay, so also what I was just saying as well, I was just trying to understand them. I was just trying to propose the also situation of, let's say, a person, right? In general, of course. Let's say a person though, like let's say in general, there's a person who don't know anything about the case though. Like just basically you and me, let's just, proposing the idea that we don't know anything though. From that kind of aspect though, when I look at it though, makes it kind of look bad though. But for me, though, I know about it, though, so I feel like it's complicated.
It does make her look desperate, and I don't get why. What was the rush? What was the rush?
Hmm.
You know, to get the statement out there. Um, and here is the link to Drip's YouTube channel. Thank you so much, lady, for dropping this link. When I'm up
Thank
here,
you.
it's hard for me to get everybody's links and all that, but thank you so much, lady. See, this is why we love lady. We love the Foodie Gang over here at 907 Goodies. But she did really say Tori told her to dance, dance, dance.
Okay. Yeah, I got you, though, but I'm just gonna go on mute for a while, though, because I've got something to do right now. I got you.
Okay, okay. No worries, no worries, Drip. Um, Booga said, I just other people were shooting too. Maybe I still wasn't there outside looking in. From the outside looking in, it's looking crazy out here. Um, But okay, so his name is Big Ant. Shout out to Big Ant. He be putting out some fire content on Urban Politicians TV over there on YouTube. But we're gonna get back into his commentary. Yes. Booga said, I think other friends was playing with guns too that night. But why do she have it out for Tory? Which is kind of what it's looking like. Let me ask y'all this. And you know what I realized? I've never done a poll on this channel, so I might try to set a poll today. Maybe I'll ask my question in the poll. But let's get back into the video and I'll try to do a poll.
Give y'all factual proof of these things. We do know that Tory Lanez was found guilty, sentenced to 10 years in prison. I just had certain questions that made me have a doubt about everything that happened and how they handled the case. I'm not saying who lying and who ain't about the actual shooting. All I was saying was, why was the driver, and this is a different driver now with this right here, that they saying this was Kelsey's driver, after a different driver while she was going to trial, not the driver that was there that night. The driver that was there that night, we didn't see from him, we didn't hear from him, and just seeing how things have went in the past, there would have not been a trial without a witness who was directly involved, who was there with them that night, and at least heard arguments, seen arguments, and seen somebody do something. I'm just like, wouldn't they make him be subpoenaed to court? And if he doesn't come, he would be arrested or something like that. But for them to do this trial without him, that right there was just like, it's a lot of stuff that got mishandled, just got put out a certain way. But I'm still not the expert. I still wasn't there. Megan Thee Stallion, she wants to defend herself. And, you know, they said her friend shot her. I don't know about that either. She did have the whatchamacallit. She had the immunity in this case, and she wasn't gonna get locked up. I don't.
Which is very, very fishy. Okay, I did the first ever poll on 907 Goodies ever. I want you guys to answer the question, and the question is, did Megan put a hit on Tory? Just from how we heard her sounding, she do sound like she mad. I can see her calling up the Mexicans and saying, finish him. I think other friends was playing with guns. Okay, I already read the comment. And hey, Cassandra, how are you doing? How are you doing? We just up here speculating. And I'm playing y'all some evidence. We going talking about Megan goes off on Tory Lanez and Bossman Dlow addresses the allegations that were made against him by a trans person. I don't want to. I'd be scared to talk about certain things. I don't know how to say it. And Blake said, gotta remind me of that movie Hoodlum, where Bumpy Johnson forces guy at gunpoint. um, where Bumpy Johnson forces guy at gunpoint to eat a banana split laced with rat poison. The man said, hey. Okay, but in court, Megan alleged this. And shout out to Booga, because we almost forgot about this. And if it's true, we're not laughing because we think that we're happy that you got shot. We're laughing because it sounds a little bit cray-cray. Okay? Megan said this in court. He was shooting at the ground, telling her to dance, dance, dance. I wonder if she started twerking. Hey, look, you twerking all over the internet. You better twerk like your life depends on it right now, because it do. um, start the lady. Wouldn't say she did it, but I wouldn't say she didn't do it. But see, this statement that she came out and just issued, she sounds very angry. Right? She sounds very hostile. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to replay her statement too. But she sounded very angry, very hostile. And she's honestly kind of sound that way the whole. I don't know why she don't like this man. She said he a diamond. And Cassandra said, me too, and the other girl did it. Yeah. Why would they give the other girl immunity? Or not this other girl, another person, another witness that was in the car. Why would they give anybody that was in the car where the crime occurred immunity? That's weird. You know what I'm saying? So like they wanted you to come up here and snitch, but not telling yourself. But what are you hiding? I don't know. The whole thing was weird, wasn't right. And then Blake said, twerking like my life depended on it. Guess I'm up out of here then. Certain lines I'm not ever gonna cross. Look, we ain't gotta twerk for our lives because that's not our brand. That's part of her brand. But he said, dance, dance, dance. Look, if that was a lie and she made that up, that was very like very elaborate. You know, I feel like the story just gotten it's just I don't know, I wasn't there, but I know one thing, I won't keep talking about y'all. So here we go.
Know how that whole process even came, but with this going on, she was shot, and whoever shot her, just saying this, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't expect somebody to be cool with somebody after they've been shot by anybody. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it at 1,000. You're gonna feel a way about it. But with Megan Thee Stallion coming to this internet, they not gonna let up on you either. I'm just gonna keep it 1,000. The internet has no heart, it has no feelings, it has no emotions. The only emotion that the internet, and I'm saying the core and mentality of the internet, the comment sections, the DMs, the tags, is to get a reaction out of you. The internet ain't got no soul, man. It's the algorithm for chaos. I tell y'all all the time, capital C's, and y'all gonna keep hearing it from me. Controversy, chaos, confusion, conflict, and conversation is what keep the algorithm in conversation in rotation. And this is just what it is, dog. Its soul is here. You see the type of stuff they type. You see the comments they make. Going at them, you know, this is going to have to play out in court. So for what I've seen, they did not file something in court yet. I think they just pushed recently now to get it in motion for a pardon or something like that. I can't confirm that either. I didn't go look into it to see. I'm just coming.
Okay, so I thought. Okay, so it says bodyguard. Let me go back to the big one. Bodyguard for Megan Thee Stallion's former friend Kelsey Harris claimed she admitted to shooting rapper, not Tory Lanez. Why is this so hard for Megan to believe? Megan Thee Stallion blast demon Tory Lanez admit claim Kelsey Harris shot her. Facts are facts. Which is a crazy statement, knowing how many facts that they didn't collect. So it's like, what is she talking about? And why is she so convinced it was Tory? If somebody shoots me from the back, how can I say I know who it was? Let's see if I'm drunk. If I'm drinking, I don't know. And Blake said he ain't twerking like he's like depending on it. Man said the algorithm is the opposite. It sure is. It sure is, But I was speaking over there at Urban Politicians TV. He be having some great content all the time. Kassan said he is right. I would have stopped messing with all of them. What are we doing here? Dang, so that's crazy. Kelsey was in the car, and so was the other bodyguard. Kelsey got immunity. She did testify, but why was she given immunity? I didn't get that part. Do y'all remember why she was given immunity? And then they didn't collect DNA evidence from some of the other people that were in the car. But a car is not that big. I don't know why they wouldn't get evidence from them, why they wouldn't put them on the stand, if they're really trying to find out the truth. If there's a crime that occurs and it's a car full of people, and if you want to find out the truth, wouldn't you talk to everyone in the car? So I don't know what Megan talking about. Facts is facts, girl. These facts is not facting. What's up, big sis? Is it possible both shot her? So you think Tory shot her and Kelsey? I don't think Megan would have been out here twerking within 6 months though, if both of them would have shot her. But this is what we do here on Time for Two. We speculate, okay? Y'all get y'all speculations in. Y'all tell me in the chat what y'all think happened. um, it's a crazy story, but why is Megan so angry? That's what I don't get. She, but you know what? Shout out to my sister. This is Toya. Miss Solistic is Toya. She loved her some Megan Thee Stallion. She wanted to hide. That's her girl right there. Every time I get in her car, you know what song she got playing? Yada 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 on repeat. This her girl right here. Okay. Um, but y'all got to be honest. She said I've been listening for the last 30 minutes. They probably both did it. But why is Megan so out to get Tory? Where she's even calling him a demon. Like that to me is crazy. Like she is really, really angry.
So for what I've seen, they did not file something in court yet. I think they just pushed recently now to get it in motion for a pardon or something like that. I can't confirm that either. I didn't go look into it to see. I'm just coming with the latest reports. Just want to get Megan Thee Stallion side out there. She got shot that night. That's a night that's going to be on her mind for life, most deaf. And of course, a nigga ain't here to see a woman getting done wrong or beat on or dogged out or shot at or shot either. Nigga don't subscribe to that either to see that happen to a woman at all. Man, I don't know what's going on here, bro. You know, we'll just have to see what happened. I also hate to see Tory Lanez get stabbed like that in prison. I would hate if, I don't know what's what, but I would hate for anybody to go to prison.
Exactly. Everything in this, everybody kind of losing in this situation because Tory Lanez is in prison getting shanked up. Megan is out here losing her mind on the internet, clapping back to these fans that are clearly driving her insane. The bodyguard here feels a lot of regret. I'm not sure what Kelsey's mindset is. Do y'all know? Because I think the other girl shot her and they said Tory did it. I said it from the beginning. I like Megan though. And then, you know what? Some things can be true here. That we like Megan and Tory and that Tory didn't do it. It doesn't have to be like because you're saying Tory didn't do it, it means you don't like Megan. But I feel like that's kind of the mindset that they kind of have like, put it out here like it's like a versus thing. It's like team man versus team woman. And it's like, no, that doesn't have to be the case. We don't hate Megan or we don't dislike her because we're saying that Tory didn't do it. Drip, what's going on with you? Drip, let me know when you get back. I'll pull you back up on stage. It's giving like scary movie though. Okay, Drip coming back. It's giving scary movie with that hallway.
Okay, I'm here. Sorry, I was doing something else. That's all right.
Oh, okay. No worries. I didn't just drop you down because I was looking at that hallway. I was like, this is kind of scary.
No, that's because the room is dark, but it's okay. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Drip. That's what y'all people need to be doing, cooking and cleaning, okay? And that's what we do here on 907 Goodies. And we talk about people on Time for Tea. Blaze said maybe Tori is more of a Nicki fan and just rubbed Megan the wrong way. Ooh, I don't know what's going on, but if it come out that Kelsey did it, what do y'all think is gonna happen to Megan? Like, I wonder if they're gonna try to do like a civil lawsuit for like slander, defamation. Look, if you say I shot you and it comes out I didn't, I'm definitely gonna throw you that defamation on you real quick. Okay. Oh, okay. Sis said he probably did some shit. They don't do that for no reason. What could he have done that would justify all of this though? I think they're even now. You know, you got 10 years in prison, you got shanked up 14 times, you gotta live in prison. I think that they're even. If he did do something to her, like, dang, what did he do to you? Were you going that hard? And
Okay,
Boogie
I'm
said,
back.
I think somebody else. Hold on, Drip. I'm gonna read this real quick. I think somebody else, Bullet, who was with them, hit her foot. She first saw her Tory laughing out loud in the moment and blamed him. Sure, Terry and Megan was the leader of the group. That's just my opinion.
Mm,
Drip, do you want to read this comment? Can you see it?
yeah, if it turns out that Toy is innocent, she's definitely getting sued. I don't know, that's a slight possibility though. I'm not saying that he's not, if
Yeah.
he is or if he's not. I don't know, man. I'm just kind of indifferent right now though, because I'm just seeing how both sides is though, man. The way I see it though, both sides though, to me, you know, whether they are innocent or not, just basically are not making it any easier for me to pick one or the other, man. I ain't got nothing against them though. I'm nothing against them though, but to be honest though, neither side is not making it easier for me. So I'm kind of be indifferent right now.
Yes, Blaze, I think you are 100% correct. But honestly, I don't want to see Megan just get sued. Throw her in
Mhm.
jail. Throw her in jail. If somebody make an accusation on somebody like that, that gets them 10 years in prison, and they didn't even shoot you, throw them in jail. We don't even want to see no lawsuit, no fine, nope. We want to see her in a slammer. Just if it was anybody, even if it was a regular person, if you lied on somebody and it got them years in prison, you getting sued to me is not even equivalent to all the time that he lost, everything he went through. No, we need to see you really, really suffer. And y'all think she gonna come out here and say
Although,
sorry?
do you think, I don't know, I was gonna say, do you think, other than that though, I did see that comment about him being a Nicki fan, probably though, I don't know about that, man. Maybe though. But also, doesn't he have like a feature with Nicki or something like that? I think he
Oh,
got
I
one
did see that comment about him being a Nicki fan. I think that they do have a song together. Nicki got a song for
feature.
everybody.
Yeah, he got a song with Nicki, and I think he got one song with the UK rapper named Wiley though. Like he got this song, I think he got a Nicki or something on it, and he think he got Wiley on it. Wiley's the godfather of grime though, so I did see that.
Yes,
Hold on, let
Cassandra,
me.
Tory Lanez is all right. He did live past the 14 times he was stabbed in prison.
Hold
He
on,
is okay. They say he's breathing on his own.
let me actually Google that though, and actually check if I'm actually right, because I could be wrong. I'm just going to double
Okay.
check.
I mean, Blake said Cassandra, he's recovering, but 14 times is overkill. Whoever greenlit Tory wanted him gone for real. Yep. Yep. And we know one thing. Megan just came out here and made herself look like a suspect by calling that man a demon, saying that he shot her. Facts are facts. Like this man didn't just get shanked up 14 times. Why would you even come out right now and issue that type of a
Oh
statement?
wait, he does. I was right. I was right though. Actually, I was right though. Actually, was right.
Okay, so he
Actually,
has a song with a UK rapper.
yeah, he does though. He does. But look, I even googled. Does he have song with Nicki? He does though. There's notably the collaborations. They have Nicki and Tory have collaborated on Wake Up Shooters, Medusa. In addition to these collaborations, there's also fan mashups and remixes. But they do have like those three songs though that are official though. I did check it.
Yes. Okay. Booga said, and thank you so much, Drip, for doing the research live on air and looking that up. She liked Tory Lane's music a lot. Booga said, I would love Blaze on my jury lineup. That's how the jury's supposed to be. I was there, so I don't know. Shout out to Blaze. But okay, do you guys think that if Tory Lanez comes back innocent, do you feel like Megan just incriminated herself by issuing that statement?
Okay.
Yep,
Yeah.
Cassandra, we
I
agree.
thought
Sounds like a
I
hit.
found out this does but says yes, Tory Lanez has collaborated with several UK rappers. For example, he has worked with Nate Smalls on a song called Good Love. In addition, okay, that's one example though. So he does actually have some.
And lady, he was not shot, he was stabbed or shanked, whatever you want to call it. But he wasn't shot. And at the time, Tory Lanez was in prison, and it was another inmate that was he had life. He was 20 and he was dating a 13-year-old and unalived. It was crazy. It's a crazy story. No, this is not Blaze. This is Drip. This is Drip King on the lot. Okay, now I get what you were saying, Booga. You want Drip King on your jury because if Drip is on the jury, he gonna be like, I don't know. But yes, that is the Drip King, and also known as Young Rias. Check out his YouTube channel. Check out his YouTube channel. And then Blaze
Okay.
said, "No laugh aloud." That's Young Rias on the panel. I'm still in the chat. Yes, and Blaze don't really do a lot of panels, but I have heard his voice before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, look, I can. It's like it's not that I don't know though. On this one, I'm kind of indifferent on this one though. But if reasonable amount of evidence though can actually be presented though, I can actually change my mind.
Yeah.
Currently, right now, I'm
Um.
indifferent because both sides are not making it easy though, and it's very complicated to me. That's why.
Yes, and one thing I would say is I think Megan's whole statement, honestly, she could have kept it. We didn't need any of it. And the timing is bad. This man was just stabbed 14 times. Do you really think that this is what people want to hear? It's just like a bad timing situation, too.
Mm, okay. Yeah, you got a point though. I guess though, like probably like previously before it was him who was making the reckless decisions though. Before he was arrested though.
He did have, I think he had like a felony or a gun charge. He had something that was going on, and he's not from here. He's originally from Canada. One thing that we
Mm,
can say though, and I do agree with Drip on this, is that Tory Lanez was making some bad decisions. Whether that's the people he chose to hang around or what he was doing at the time, Tory Lanez definitely did make some bad decisions. It seemed like he was trying to be a ladies' man in the same group of friends. And that
Wait, was
really
he trying to be basically street and he's trying to be an R&B artist too, though? 'Cause actually, though, before he did this rap thing, though, he did R&B first, though.
I'm not sure because he kind of did have like a singing
No,
and rap style. But what I'm
no, but I'm
talking about
saying,
is
though,
that,
his old stuff, very old stuff, though, before he was famous, he used to do R&B
mhm,
first. And he changed to rap, though, when he got bigger.
mm,
He changed his
I
style as
definitely
he
see
got
that.
bigger, though. So the more he grew, though, he changed his style. Before, though, when he first started out, though, he was an R&B artist, though. So that, no, but basically, when he's an R&B artist, the definition, the way R&B is done in his time, though, his version of R&B is not the same one from back then, though. Like what you think R&B is, though, it's kind of different in this type of thing.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely get what you're saying. Lady, a lot of the information about Tory Lanez getting, stabbed is going to be in this live stream. And I also play a video where they're talking about the person that did it. The person that did it he had a life in prison. So they knew who it was very shortly after he did it. But this live stream right here got the information, girl. Don't worry, Leah. I'll catch y'all off the tweet. And Buka said if he's innocent, got stabbed in the process. This about to be history and bad. And I think you mean bad. Bad for Megan. Even my mama said she lied over all this. Booga, so glad you're here today, Booga. That's a good point. If Tory really is innocent, he is gonna come out of this situation looking like the hero. And Megan is gonna look like the villain. It's gonna really change the dynamic because now we see Tory they saw Tory as the villain who was shooting women. Megan was kind of the hero. Now the tables are going to shift if he is innocent. And I'm curious to see. Um, ooh, Cassandra said, right, lady? And if he comes out, somebody else has to go in. That's exactly why I said Megan just getting a lawsuit is not enough. We want to see the shackles. We want to see the clink clink, okay?
Okay.
Because if that was my brother, go ahead, Drew.
I was saying you got a point though. I don't know, depending how serious I get you on that though, and I can agree to a certain extent. I'm probably just gonna say depending how serious though. Like how far it progresses though. I'm just basically waiting to see how far this progresses though, to be honest with you. That's just how I feel. I'm waiting to see how it progresses even further right now though. The way you're saying no, yeah, you got a point on that though. But let's just see how far.
Yeah, but this story is getting really, really juicy. And lady, what did I not play? What video did I miss, y'all? Let me know if we game this our show. Hey Emperor, how are you doing? Shout out to Emperor, always coming through the Mod Father. He said, "What up, though?" 907 goodies in your chat. Smash it. Cassandra said, "Hold on." Said perjury and some more charges. Yeah, if Tory comes out and he's innocent, y'all clearly wanted to lock somebody up. Well, then what? Keep that same energy. If it's not Tory, go ahead and lock somebody else up. Then keep that same energy for Kelsey that you giving Tory. Is all we saying. If it is proved, and remember, you said facts are the facts. Okay, so when the facts come out, believe the facts in. That's all we saying.
Mhm.
um, I would never. You would never gonna see me at a Megan Thee Stallion concert twerking. That's crazy. And Blade said, because Lady said I didn't play the video. And I said, what video did I not play? And Blade said, you didn't play the video of you at Megan's concert last week. Mm-mm. I don't think that someone like me and Megan would really be friends in real life. You know, I don't think we would be friends in real life. But no disrespect to her. One thing we can say about Megan is that she's done a great job at branding herself. Whether that brand is something that y'all agree with or not, your girl out here grinding. She got her business, got her music career. It's going good. This
Mhm.
situation right here, though, can ruin it all.
Yeah. I guess how it is. Though. I get it. Yeah, that's true. But I guess that's just how it is, to be honest. Though what goes up must come down, and I guess the way we in general behave though determines our fate. That's why I try to be as positive as possible and be good as possible, because I know I can. The position I'm in though can at any moment though. I ain't wishing the worst case. I ain't wishing that on myself though. But I gotta keep it real though.
I agree with you, Drip, 100%. The energy that we put out into the universe is what we're going to get back. At the time, unfortunately, Tory Lanez was putting out hoe energy. He was looking for the Hoochie Mamas. So he got clapped up. And then boom, all this happened. Very unfortunate, but if he is innocent, he does not deserve to be in jail. Let me play this video. It is talking about the Megan Thee Stallion case more. Megan Thee Stallion fires up Tory Lanez. He's gonna go over that statement again, but the more times we look at it, the more stuff that we're gonna be able to highlight. Cause she said a lot. So let's get back into it. Y'all hit the like button, support the channel, and here we go.
Talk about Megan Thee Stallion finally firing back after new allegations, and some people even say evidence comes out that Tory was not the person that actually shot Megan. Now, the other day, right after Tory was viciously stabbed 14 times in the LA correctional facility, this group came out, like an advocate lawyers group came out, and they said they have information and they feel like, that Tory never shot Megan, that it was the other person. The guy from Hollywood Unlocked, I think his name is Jason Lee, he said that Tory had hit him up, or somebody close with Tory hit him up and said that, he was trying to cover for Kelsey. I think that's her name. He didn't really want to snitch on her. So after all that transpired, smoke settled. Megan comes back firing darts at everybody, right? Now she says, right, at what point are we going to stop making me relive being shot by Tory? And she puts Tory in caps. At what point are Tory and y'all fans going to stop lying? Like, how much is the check to keep harassing me? Really, Meg? Why is this happening every day? 1 minute, y'all said I was never shot. Now y'all said him play in y'all face again and say I was shot. I'm reading this verbatim, as you can see on the screen, right? I'm sick of this shit. Leave me the F alone. I hate when people use the TFs. And let me finish, right? He ain't dare get on that stand and deny he shot me. And that was his choice because he knows he did that shit. I don't give a, there we go again, F about a blog or a bot. Why in the F with me, Megan Thee Stallion, wow, have to lie about the mother effer about shooting?
Really don't like that part where she says, why would me, Megan Thee Stallion? I don't know what it is, but some people get really big heads. And that's exactly what seems like is really going on here. Megan has such a big head. She's like, why would I lie? Look, your character is not really on trial here. But since you want to make it about that, Megan, from the stuff that you be doing and saying, We can't trust you. Okay? You seem like you got the host spirit in you. um, a lady said when you go to her concert, you can't wear a lot of clothes and they have to be short, short. Don't she really get good positive energy? Megan got that look in her eye, like she's a soul snatcher or something. I don't look at her and think trust. That's why we're questioning you. You look like you can't be trusted. Based off of what you be saying. All right, y'all, I got the microwave, the air fryer going. Y'all can get some beeping. Buddha says, so what happens if you lie and get an innocent person locked up and they die in prison? Then you find out you lied. It'd be different if Megan was acting like Michelle Obama or like somebody more trustworthy or like a good, upstanding person. But you're doing like sketchy stuff, you know? You're doing stuff. I don't know. She does not give me trustworthy when I met Megan or when I never met her, but when I see her, she don't give me trustworthy. That's not the word that comes to mind. Megan is only good for one thing. I won't say it because I'm trying to be a gentleman and keep it clean over here. Yes, Emperor, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. And Empress said, Booga, if you're a woman, especially a white woman, nothing happens to you. If you're a dude, then they're gonna charge you with murder and lock you up. I mean, is he lying though? Is there not truth to what Emperor is saying? Excuse me. Is there not truth? And Blake said, very true. The score is always being kept. Be mindful of what you do and how you treat people out here. Yes. Because the Most High is always watching. You can't go out here and do a bunch of evil stuff and expect something good to happen to you. Not saying that Megan and Tory was doing evil stuff. I'm just saying in general. I love it when Emperor comes to 907 Good Eats. Because Emperor be having so much knowledge about everything. He be having like the inside knowledge. He said, and by the way, Megan did put a hit out on Tory. Please believe. All you gotta do is pay a crooked CO or two, put money on another person's foot. And you know what? I mentioned it before. Megan's career, her business, her brand is booming. She got so much money, she could pay the whole prison to get Tory up out of here if she wanted to. In my opinion, allegedly. Mm-hmm. Look, do y'all get trust when you look at Megan? That's the last word that come to mind. If I see you and you got booty shorts with your booty hanging out, you got the titties hanging out. Of course, we don't trust you. That you're not giving trust. Yeah, she got that spirit in her. Look, I've been looking at people's eyes. And look, once you get all them people up in you, I believe you get a little bit of piece of everybody's spirit. Yeah. She got that spirit, y'all. It's in her eyes. Any man who go up in there, look. Remember that one dude? I think his name was like Party Fonte. He came out with like a diss record or something. Who could I know? She said, me, Megan Thee Stallion. She thinks she is. Y'all remember when Glorilla had got pulled over and she was like, "You don't know who I am? I'm Glorilla." The girl was like, "I don't know who you are." Y'all need to stop. At the end of the day, if you look like me, you are a black person or African American, whatever you want to call it. They don't care what you got going on. And if you really want to find out, look at Diddy. Look at Shannon Sharp. Look at Bill Cosby. At the end of the day, you're one of us. So stop. But yeah, she got that spirit in her, y'all. Yes, I agree with you, Emperor. Do y'all remember that movie, The Players Club? Remember when Diamond was like, "You gotta use what you want or use what you got to get what you want." Look, if they ever make a modern day Players Club, Megan Thee Stallion does need to be one of the main characters. Like she does need to play one of the main characters because she kind of has that kind of like attitude already going on. But yeah, I remember I used to watch that movie on repeat. And you know what? I don't know why I was watching that movie because I was young. But that movie was a classic in black households. That is very true. Emperor said Megan doesn't even have to directly do it. Her record label can do it. Yeah, exactly. She got minions. She can go pay someone real quick to do that. It'll never link back to her. And y'all remember Party Fonte? I think that's his name. I think he thought he was gonna marry Megan Thee Stallion. What's wrong with you? What are you talking about? What did she put on you that made you think you was gonna marry her? This is your fault. This ain't Megan's fault. It's your fault. You fell into the trap. And Empress, I wouldn't smash Megan with the devil's number, let alone my own. Yes. And then you're gonna be up here on YouTube crying. If you give us somebody like that, you know what it is. Stop playing. Okay, thank you, lady. And Empress said, right, I don't care if you're POTUS or the Pope. If you're doing wrong, you're supposed to be punished for it. Yes. And because you think you're Diddy or you're Shannon Sharp or Megan Thee Stallion, you think you're above the law? That's crazy. Crazy. Own demise. Tory did think he was too good. He thought he was finna run around Calabasas, California. He thought he was finna run around Calabasas and be with all them people. Megan said, not so fast. Megan said, no, you're not. No, you're not. um, yeah, Tory was doing too much. Everybody here just had some flawed actions, but I did not think that it would lead to all this. Puka said the only character Megan can play is that crooked stripper who got beat up at the end. Y'all don't think Megan could be Diamond? Y'all don't think Megan could be Diamond? Look, yes, I think Party Fonte. I could be wrong here. Y'all let me know. I might have to do some research on this. I think he said I was watching an interview or something. I think he was trying to marry Megan Thee Stallion, and I think she was still cheating on him or something like that. He made a diss song a couple of years ago. It was a whole situation, but it's like, when did men start making diss songs on women? I don't know. The whole thing was very weird. Very weird. But let's get back into this video. And Empress says, see, that's the Canadian Tory. You know them Canadians are slower than molasses. He done found out the hard way. Yeah, he thought he was gonna be a hoe in a group full of hoes. And got played. But he did not deserve to be stabbed 14 times and all this other stuff. Honestly, I have not been in prison myself, and I hope and I don't plan to be going. But I have heard from a lot of the prisoners about crime. So Tory is not the only one that's affected by crime behind, in prison.
Shooting me. How y'all mad at the person that got shot? Facts are facts. He did it. It was proven in court. F the hate campaign on the internet. Tory, you shot me. Ain't no new effing evidence. Y'all been saying the same, blah, 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 when she goes on. Look, I got to keep it a bean with y'all. Hip hop is right. Stop playing the victim. Now, you are the victim, right? I can't even say that. But the reason why people, right, are doing because they don't fucking believe you. We don't believe you need more people. You don't seem genuine. Maybe you are. I don't know you personally. You seem fake and fugazi. That's one of the reasons why people don't believe you. People don't believe you because of people that you was with, how you turned your back on them. Right? So people look at character, and I'll be the first to tell you, you can't always look at, because we're on the outside looking in. Right? People probably think they know me from watching me and all that. You don't really know me. So maybe I'm totally out of bounds with it. I'm just trying to give you what I see, I read people saying, and what people tell me behind the scenes in the industry. Because as you know, we've interviewed and we talked to a lot of people in this industry, things that we never ever put out. So I know some things. And and people feel like, okay, you got shot. Great, we don't want nothing to happen to you. But it was in your fucking foot. Nevertheless, you did get shot. And why did you go on this campaign? Like, cooperate with it. Like, all right, if it is what it is, let it go. That's why people are coming at you. They feel like it's some BS that this man is locked up. And if I had to put my 2 cents in it, when I believe why Tory wouldn't say anything, because he ain't trying to tell. You ever heard about the street code? He ain't trying to implicate this woman. He was being quiet. In my opinion, maybe he did shoot you. And another thing is, why even address it? Like, why? If it is what it is, just let it be. It's make you look real weak. Of course, this man is going to fight for his freedom. It's making you look weak as shit. To go on here and like still saying he shot you and all this and that, and like, just shut the hell up then. If that was that, and let bygones be bygones. You feel what I'm saying? But you sitting up here like you trying to fight the case and make your case on the internet. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what makes things look like, all right, I'm just trying to give you some insight on why people keep bringing it up. Because you asking, why are people bringing this up? Why this? Why that? There ain't no new evidence. You had your chance to prove this in court. Oh, really? Oh, really? Well, a congresswoman in California, right? They got this petition that's going around. It's picking up a lot of signatures, right? A lot of signatures. People are, signing this, by the droves, right? So people, this lady is advocating, a congresswoman is advocating that Tory Lanez be released. That he be released. And I'm going to read what she said. And this is...
I did hear that a lot of celebrities were rallying behind the Free Tory Lanez, The whole thing. I heard a lot of celebrities were not only rallying behind it, but were reposting the original content that said that he was innocent. And maybe that is what drove Megan to having this meltdown. Okay, I have the same tea here, but I did get a new cup and I put it in the microwave to get it hot back, to get it hot again. Because we're gonna be up here for a little bit talking. But I think this is what made Megan really have a breakdown and really kind of lose it. It's her seeing everyone rallying behind the support for Tory Lanez. I have to look into it more, but I did hear something about a GoFundMe. I don't know if that was in support for the guy who stabbed Tory Lanez or who that was supposed to be in support of. I got to do a little bit more research on that. And Empress said the nearest I've been in prison is Detroit Public Schools in the late 90s. It was like doing time. Look, if you know, then you know. But we're gonna hear what the Congresswoman has to say. But this case has caught that much steam where they want to get the president involved. Remember, they asked the President Trump to pardon Tory Lanez. They asked Governor Newsom. Now we're seeing the senators and Congress get involved. Like, this is really blowing up. Megan better get ready. And I think that Megan should stop talking at this point in time. And any statements that we hear from Megan need to be issued by her legal team. We don't need any more social media rants. This is past that. It's getting pretty serious now. Because if they let Tory out, then who shot Megan? If it wasn't Tory, who was it? And now Megan's credibility, every interview she ever did saying that it was Tory, is just going. She's gonna look crazy out here, y'all. And guess what? We're gonna be right here to talk about it. Because if this is true,
Paulina Luna, I'm calling on California Governor Newsom to review Tory Lanez's case and issue a pardon. His 10-year sentence was based on flawed evidence and political pressure and prosecutorial, right, bias. Justice must be blind, not driven by headlines. Free Tory. This is what this lady's like. What, this lady, what, she got no dog in a race. Why would she care about Tory Lanez? Let me go back. She's calling on Governor Newsom to issue Tory Lanez a pardon. His 10-year sentence was based on flawed evidence, political pressure, and prosecution bias. Justice must be blind, not driven by headlines. Free Tory. She's pretty much saying, look, the evidence was flawed. It was a lot of pressure politically to get this case closed and done, right? And the prosecutor may have been whatever, felt pressure to close this case or get this case locked up for whatever reason. She has no at all, right? What I'm gonna tell you what's going on. She is watching this. She may be a fan, she may not be a fan. And she probably dug into the case and looked at it and said, oh, whoa, hold on. Why is that? Why are they not doing something about this in California? Why? Well, hold on. So let me use my power because something, we can't listen to what Megan's saying. The evidence says this, the evidence says that. Why are we talking about this then? Why do you got a lawyer advocate group that helps, that advocates for people? Why you got them coming out saying, nah, this something's wrong here? You feel what I'm saying? So this is why you get this backlash, Meg. You should shut the hell up at this point. Let chips fall where they may. It comes off, you know how people say, it's giving this. I don't like it.
I agree with him. I agree with him. Megan needs to be quiet. Any statement that she issues needs to be from her legal team because she's gonna mess around and indict herself or tell on herself. And that's nothing. These social media statements, we are seeing them be brought into court. We're seeing that with the YSL Rico. We're seeing that with the YSL, not YSL. I forgot he had some letters, but Melly. He had some letter. I think it's I forgot what his letters are. YNW Melly. We're seeing that with that. And another of other Ricos, especially coming out of Atlanta. But we're seeing social media evidence being used in court. That's how powerful social media is right now. So with that being said, that statement that you issued on social media that you were just doing to your fan base is going to be used in court. It's going to come up. So why not get the proper legal counsel before you issue the statement if they're going to use your statement in court? Or could it be that Megan is kind of in panic mode? And it's what it's looking like. It's what it's looking like here. And shout out to him. Let me just give y'all the name of this YouTube channel. This is, I'm not going to subscribe. I got to hit the like button. Oh my goodness, y'all. This is Hip Hop News Uncensored. I've never heard of this channel before, but I do like his commentary.
That shit, but it's given. You want to bury this man. It's given. Whatever happened between y'all, you come off like a scorned, bitter ex that wants to destroy this man. That's what it's given, like they say. That's why people are doing it.
Hey, it surely is. And now it makes it look like she absolutely hates him and wants to ruin his life. She called him a demon. Y'all, I have said people were evil, but I never have called somebody a demon and to everybody else about that person. And it looks like she wants us all to be mad at Tory and just believe her right off the bat. But she looks very scorned, very angry. It looks like that hit out on Tory Lanez, it's looking like she did it. Just by the tone of her voice, just by the pitch, it's just not making her look good. So at this point in time, Megan, just go ahead and be quiet. What she got to say about Kelsey? Who was trying to, from what I heard, how do you feel about all your friends that was sleeping with the same man you with? Do you got, is that why he's a demon? Because he was trying to be with your friends? What did he particularly? Because honestly, I'm gonna be real with y'all. If not saying that he is or is not a demon, but if that's what he was trying to do, wouldn't he have unalived her, or wouldn't he have really shot her all the way in the foot and shattered bones? Like, if he was really that evil, he could have did a whole lot more.
That's why. And maybe some other reasons. If some other reasons, throw them in the comment section below. You know, I'll give them a heart from feeling it. So why you think? I'll ask the people. So anybody that's Meg, anybody sees this, look in the comment section. You read, and you can see why the people are still advocating, why people want to see true justice be served in this particular instance. That's all, bro. I'm not gonna go on about this no more.
So with that being said, we're gonna scroll down here and we're gonna read some of these comments and we're gonna see what they're talking about in these comments. Hey, Will, how are you doing today? How are you doing, Will? Let's read some of these comments and let's really see what people are saying. Now, when the shoe hits the other foot, will she face what he faced because she seemed like a plant? That's what I'm saying. We don't want to see Megan get hit with no lawsuits because we know she could pay him. She got money. She got bread. No, we want to see her behind bars if this is true, if he's really innocent. Now, if he's not innocent and he did do it, we will. Well, he's already in jail. What more can like? He's serving his time for the crime that he was convicted of. But it sounds like Megan. It sounds like Tory being in jail is not enough for Megan. It's looking like she wants more to happen. And then Pedro Miller said his DNA was not on the gun. Tory Lane's people know something or they wouldn't be risking their name and careers. Can't wait until the truth comes out. That I do agree. Most of the times when lawyers come out, they speak with facts. Like that part is kind of true. Like I don't think everybody will be putting their name, their face on the line for this if it wasn't true. Um if it wasn't true, I don't feel like they would do that either. Kelsey shot her. The witness from the building across the street reported it. They made it not permissible in court. Yeah, there was just a bunch of shady stuff going on with this case. Megan should just be quiet because when everything comes out, Tory will most likely sue her. Why comment where's her team? That's very true. If she has a team, why are they not talking? You know what I'm saying? I don't believe Megan remembers she lied to Gayle King about sleeping with Tory. And as far as for Kelsey, why did she plead the fifth when she was no charge? Yeah. He came at the fan and not Tory, not the lawyers. Why? Oh, she came at the fans and Tory, not the lawyers. Why? It did seem like she came after the fans when she said, y'all gonna let him play in y'all face. Well, first of all, we ain't gonna let him do nothing. Because he's a grown man. He gonna do what he wanna do. So you got that, why are you trying to put us in this? Girl, we just here to speculate. And then Yolanda said, I remember when the police said that there was either gunpowder or two people, or there was either gunpowder on two people or DNA of two people on the weapon, but they arrested Tory. The best friend and the bodyguard went missing afterwards. Yeah. The whole thing was weird. But if Megan is innocent and she didn't do anything, why is she coming out talking like this? Cassandra said, right, yeah. And she gonna say the facts are the facts. Girl, what facts? Cause these ones ain't right. um, we're gonna see what happens. This is like breaking news. This happened, I believe, yesterday or during the night with her clapping back. Um, so this is crazy. And then California said she definitely should have never said anything on social media, period. I believe Megan no Kelsey shot her. Oh, this is a good one. I am said, don't be surprised if Newsom don't respond and Rock Nation endorse him in his next term. Y'all know, I believe Gavin Newsom is gonna run again soon. Some people are even saying that he might run for president. We'll have to wait and see. But are we gonna see a Rock Nation endorsement? So this person says you are totally out of bounds. You got shot. I mean, it was in your toes. Like how you sound. Really? Let's see you get shot in your toes and not feel some kind of way about it. Like, how is it possible that this man shot a woman and everyone is acting like he's the victim? Get out of here with that. One thing this case between Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion has done is it has gotten everyone up in arms about this whole situation. Um, Everyone is very, very opinionated on this situation. Everybody got an opinion. I wasn't really too involved into it when it first happened, but now I'm kind of like looking like, what? Drip said, right, yeah. But Megan needs to be quiet and she needs to not issue any more statements. But we're gonna talk about another statement that was issued. You guys, it makes me so mad. It's like these people know that these statements are gonna be used in court or can be used in court. And then they issue them without their teams that they pay thousands of dollars for. So with that being said, we don't really feel bad for anybody here. You know what I'm saying? But let me play this video real quick and we're gonna segue into our next topic. We're gonna get into Bossman Dlow. Oh my goodness, y'all. It's a lie.
Please hold for a very important message.
All right, all right, all right. You are tuning in to Time for Tea. We talked about Megan goes off on Tory Lanez. But now we're gonna bring another rapper to the front of the congregation. Bossman, where you at? Let's talk about Bossman Dlow. Bossman Dlow addressed the allegations that we talked about yesterday that were alleged by a trans person that Bossman Dlow was in their DMs and was trying to fly him out so he could do some things to Bossman Dlow, right? Which is not a problem if you want to live that type of lifestyle. We don't care. It's not our business. It has nothing to do with us. The problem comes in when you be lying. Because then once you start lying, if the person who know the truth want to air you out, they can. And in this particular case, that is what happened. And I'm going to drop the link for the video we did. I feel like we just did this video. Let me look at the dates. I think we was at pediatrics talking about it. We literally reported on this story. Let me check. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yesterday, we reported on Bossman Dlow and the allegations that were alleged by people like to call them transformers. I don't know if that word is offensive to them or not. I don't know. But this person alleged that Bossman Dlow was on the D-Low and was hitting them up in the DMs on IG. Right? You guys know we have a 24-hour news cycle, so it's crazy. I'll be sleeping and I wake up and somebody got something going on. This is the video where we talked about yesterday, where Bossman Dlow exposed and co-worker shot over burnt biscuits at Popeyes. But we're talking about Bossman Dlow. I showed you guys the videos. I showed you guys how the trans persons looked. And we excuse me, we talked about whether we thought that Bossman Dlow knew. I think he knew. Okay, I am just closing up that poll, and this is the first time I've ever did a poll, so bear with me. But the question was, did Megan put a hit on Tory? 87% of you guys said no, and 12% said yes. So y'all don't feel like it was Megan Thee Stallion. Y'all feel like it was well, y'all didn't say who it was. Y'all think that Megan Thee Stallion didn't do it. We gonna see. We gonna see. But this is a video where we talked about Bossman Dlow. I'm gonna play you guys a couple of videos, kind of refresh your memory, and then we're gonna get into the statement that Bossman Dlow released on his social media platforms. Once he released a statement, the internet is then going to poke holes in your statement, and they're not going to do what the internet do. In your statement, if you don't say, I deny these allegations, then you might as well just keep your statement and be quiet. Because we want a denial, and if you don't got one of those, just go ahead and keep whatever you got to say. Just go ahead and be quiet. Let me get that video pulled up. In the meantime, y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, support the channel, donate to the channel so we can keep the stove on and continue to cook. Okay, I'm going to play you guys a little bit of the video from yesterday to kind of refresh your memory in case there's some people that don't really know what's going on with Bossman Dlow. And then we're going to get into his statement that was issued very recently. Okay, so this is the video telling us what is going on with Bossman Dlow. These are the original allegations, and then I'm gonna show y'all the clapback. Let's get into the video.
I always say, bruh, if somebody like that and they doing that in the street, bruh, your best bet is just
Let me go back a little bit. Okay.
let me find out that Bossman D-Lo stand for something else. Let me find out you put the D in D-Lo for real. No, I'm just playing. But in all seriousness though, bruh, situations like this be so crazy because to be honest, bruh, I always say, bruh, if somebody like that and they doing that in the street, bruh, your best bet is just come out and say you're gonna do it because at the end of the day, you can only keep it on low for so long. The moment you don't give people in that community no money or you don't do something they like or they make you mad, you will be exposed. So eventually it was going to come out anyway. Now listen, I ain't saying you get down that way, but the evidence that this person just pulled up is kind of crazy. But at the end of the day, that's your life. Who am I to tell you what to do and what not to do? Man, what is good, YouTube? Y'all already know who it is. It's Lucas J here, y'all. Back with another video, man. Today, y'all, we got a crazy and a wild video to talk about. Now, it seems like we got Bossman Dlow on the roster. And it seems like he's been trending all over social media after a content creator that happens to be from the other community pretty much has exposed him and tried to put him out for some type of financial disagreements or whatever the case may be. Now we're gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna show y'all everything that's going on social media. But before we do, real quick, y'all know my routine, man. Just hit that like button and comment, tap in if y'all tapped in down below, and also smash that notification bell so that I can keep y'all updated on this situation, and y'all can just be notified anytime I drop a video in general. Now, as I said, it seems like we got Bossman Dlow back on the roster again, and it is not looking good. Now, y'all know it's so crazy. Around this time last year, he was getting into a situation where he got exposed. Also, but it was about Tia Kemp for exposing his brother for having a quote-unquote chicken nugget, a shrimp, whatever you want to call it. Y'all remember the picture got leaked, the brother, they meet out, and it was going up on him. Well, it seemed like this.
I didn't hear about that situation. That's wild. So that got hurt.
Time it got a little darker. A man that goes by the name of Timmy Blank Blank, because I don't want to necessarily get dude on clout, has pretty much allegedly exposed Bossman Dlow for texting him and some things going wrong with money. Now he ended up putting up a post, right? And it said he vanished mode me after that, but hey, I got his number and we was texting. They don't call him Dlow for nothing. Follow my fans to get messages, and I'm gonna keep posting more of y'all favorite rappers if they keep playing with me. Now, of course, y'all probably look at that like, oh, he capping, he capping. Y'all know how it go, bro. A lot of these dudes always do that. For some reason, people from that community tend to kind of pull that stunt and try to make rappers look bad to come up. It's just like a way of like clout, you feel me? But you end up going to his story and things went left. Like go to his story and the first thing you see is literally Bossman Dlow, you feel me? In his DM and it says like question mark and dude says, hey, right? Now, of course, that's not good. You like that don't make sense. You can edit that whatever case may be. And right after that, he put up a post again with Bossman Dlow number, right? And he said, y'all, the way he thought I was gonna link him for free is crazy. I'm gonna post the message on my other page. Now, of course, that's somebody named as Bossman Dlow, but we like at the end of the day, you could text yourself, you feel me, and literally edit the name and say Bossman Dlow. Now, right after that, he exposed some allegedly messages, right? As y'all see, I'm not even gonna read all that, but you can see multiple messages with him and the Bossman Dlow number. You feel what I'm saying? And then dude went on to say he don't want no puppy, he want a some Barbie. Now I'm like, at this point, bro, this dude chasing clout, whatever, man. He went on to the story, and this way you're ugly. He said, I would have kept it on the D-Lo if you didn't.
So what happened was this person was posting stuff, and people were like, we still don't believe you. You could have edited this, and this could be fake." And he said, "Okay, I got more. Okay, I got more," and it just kept going. And then before you know it, there's a whole bunch of evidence against Bossman Dlow that could or could not be real. And yesterday, during the live stream, I said, I wonder if Bossman Dlow is going to clap back. He probably shouldn't, though, because what can you really say besides, I didn't do it? Um, that's another thing. His rap name is Bossman Dlow. So then he probably tired of people playing with that part too, with the D-Lo for down low. I mean, the name D-Lo is a dead giveaway. So yeah, that's what's going on with Bossman Dlow. I'm gonna play a little bit more of this video, and then we are gonna get into today's allegations. Or this pretty early here still, so it probably was yesterday after we got off of live. But man, this is crazy, right? And Bossman, we would respect you so much more if you just came out and said that's what you like. It wouldn't even be a story. It wouldn't even be a story. But it's when people be trying to like lie and deny, then that's when it becomes a story.
Waste my time trying to get this Benson for free, bro. What the fuck does that even mean? So of course everybody's like, it's fake. You ain't showing no real proof. We ain't got no FaceTime evidence or none of the case may be. But it seems like this is where things get ugly when the dude literally goes to his phone and shows Bossman Dlow actual page and the messages in them. Now he put that video up, and as y'all seen the caption, it says, "Babe, ain't none fake. He literally texted me the whole time in vanish mode and sent me his number." And then he went on to follow that story up and said, "Moral of the story is your favorite rappers are my missions. I don't usually do this, lol. But he literally asked me to buy my own flight to Orlando and munch on him for free. Maybe if he would have started the conversation off nice and wasn't on some hornball ish, this wouldn't be out right now." And as y'all see, he went on to expose dude and said the reason why he exposed him is because, pretty much he wanted Bossman Dlow wanted dude to munch on him for the free. Now listen, bro, I don't even really want to go in too much on that situation because I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's not. Granted, the dude just put some DMs and pretty much showed proof that they have been conversating. But at the end of the day, that's to each his own. Now, this is what I don't understand about this situation, right? I be in the mix of little things, right? Because I know for a fact if that's really true, which I wouldn't be surprised if it is, but I'm not saying it is. That's not the first or the last person that ever done that. Little do y'all know, it's probably a lot of transsexuals. You feel me? People that happen to go both ways, or guys that like guys. It's a lot of rappers and athletes in their DMs. Little do y'all know, they just got an NDA or they just keep it on low. Like that's just what it is. Some people like what they like, and it's like a lot of times fantasies for dudes, whatever. I don't know. You feel me? But that just was going on with some of them. But this be my thing, right? I could care less about Bossman Dlow is going that way. That has nothing to do with me. What a man does with his Johnson has nothing to do with me. But this be my only thing, right? And I want to ask y'all real quick. I want to just see what angle y'all go at. When I see situations like that, I'll be like, see, you exposing people. That's why a situation happen where, people sometimes they get down. You feel what I'm saying? They have violence acted upon them. But then sometimes in the back of my mind, I be wondering, like, maybe that's good that they did expose that. Because let me tell y'all something, bro. It's a lot of these dudes that sleep with people from that community unprotected and be catching stuff and going back and laying with women without letting them know that they're doing that, and they pass stuff on down. Now, I'm not saying that women can't catch nothing or spread nothing either, but y'all get what I'm trying to say, bro. When you out here laying with men unprotected, I feel as though a woman deserves to know that, okay, this is what you got going on, so she could choose whether she want to still agree to lay with you. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's not safe really to be laying with anybody unprotected and going to the next person. That's how you pass on disease and stuff. But like a man at that, that's even crazier. You see what I'm saying? But I wouldn't be surprised. You feel me? I'm not saying that Bossman Dlow is that. Let me make this clear. I am not saying that Bossman Dlow is that. You feel what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised though, because it's a lot of rappers that's into that. You feel me? Like you can just look at the way they dress and all that. Y'all may think these dudes that's just style and fashion. Though a lot of these dudes be flamboyant, and it's the industry. Y'all know how the industry is, bro. A lot of these dudes have to do a lot of freaky stuff to get put on. A lot of stuff go on behind closed door. That's why I tell y'all all the time, don't idolize these rappers, don't idolize that lifestyle, because you don't know what they did to get it. You feel me? Take away the whole Bossman Dlow situation. Man, females, bro, they get put on. It's a lot of things they got to do to get put on. Like, I promise you, it's deeper than y'all think. But this the only thing I will say to little bruh, whoever he is, you feel me? If that is tend to be true, you just blew your bad, because whatever people you wanted to be on the DL with, you feel me? Like you didn't blew your opportunity. Nobody's gonna ever trust you again because you exposing people. You feel what I'm saying? Now, me personally, I don't agree with the lifestyle. That's just not me. That's not what I believe in. I feel like men's supposed to be a woman. That's what God created us to be. But all I say is, if you're gonna do that, bro, make sure women are aware, bro. Because you're a rapper that got all this money, and you know women want to sleep with you. So at least let them know that that's how you get down, so they can choose whether they still want to be with you. Some of them gonna still choose to live with you, but I'm just saying, let people get an option so you can, what I'm saying, save some people's life and take care of some people's health in advance. But give me y'all thoughts and opinions down below, and let me know what y'all think about it. Let me know how y'all feel, bro. Y'all already know who it is, man. It's Lucas J. Thank God for another day, man. Y'all be safe. I love y'all. Christ loves y'all so much more than I ever will. And yeah, bro. I'm out, man.
And boss man, what you got going on with this fun boy? Why this fun boy putting all this money on your name? He was with him. You see.
Hey, Foodie Gang, welcome back, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome to my kitchen. Thank you all so much for being here. And if you made it to this step, I'm gonna explain to you exactly what is going on. So, I have my new membership program. I am launching my membership program, and there are three different tiers: Foodie, the Gang, and Certified Foodie Gang. I am going to explain to you about each tier and also the instructions, and all the information is down below so you can check it out. So we are just going to start with the first tier, which is the foodie, and it is going to be $2.99. You are going to get loyalty badges next to your name to let everybody know how long you have been a foodie. You will also have emojis to use in the chat that are designed by me, and I cannot wait until you guys see them and check them out. You're also going to have member only live chats, priority reply to comments. So that is the first tier. The second tier, which is the gang, will have all of the previous perks that we talked about, plus early access to new videos, member shout outs, photo and status updates, and members only live stream, plus the perks that we mentioned previously. Now, moving right along. Now we're on to the third tier, certified foodie gang. The third tier is going to have all of the previous perks from the first and the second tier, plus the third tier, which includes connecting on social media, members only cooking videos, member only shorts. This third tier is $19.99. So we have $2.99, $6.99 for the gang, $19.99 for the third tier. At any point in time, you can cancel, you can upgrade or downgrade depending on what you do, Foodie Gang. But the choice is really yours and the flexibility is yours. I encourage you guys to join my membership program and go along on this journey with me at 907 Goodies so that you never miss a meal, a recipe, or a live stream going forward. So join the membership program, read all about it, and like I said, you can cancel at any point in time. But if you want to continue to cook with me and receive my recipes, become a member, join the membership program. And I am so excited for all of my Foodie Gang members to continue to enjoy my great content. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the membership or in the program. Thank you guys all for tuning in, Foodie Gang. Thank you guys so much for continued support of my channel and my cooking. Now, with all that being said, let's get started. Hey, what is going on, Food Again? What is going on? Thank you guys so much for bearing with me. I got a phone call. I tell you, you'll be sitting at home all day long and nobody will ever call you. And then as soon as you boot up a live stream, that is when everybody calls you, when you get a bunch of text messages and all that. But we gonna sip this tea. Okay, we gonna talk about Bossman Dlow. We gonna talk about Megan. They're not gonna stop us, YouTube. They're not gonna stop us, 907 Time for Tea crew. And shout out to Emperor, always pulling up, having your girl back. When I said I'm gonna call, be right back. Oh, and I played the Foodie Gang infomercial. Y'all join the channel. He said this is why I care for Emperor so much. He said, look, everybody get up and stretch. Go get some water. Have my back. You know how it is when you're live streaming. But we're gonna talk about Bossman Dlow. Okay, Dlow, come back over here. We ain't done with you. You thought we was gonna let you go? No. Mm-mm. Okay. Empress said we're in the break. Time for everyone to stretch, get some water, Kool-Aid, Hennessy. Yep. Yep. And you know what? I don't know how some YouTubers be going for hours and hours and hours. Like me, I need to use a bathroom. I need to stretch my legs out. I get tired of talking. Um, okay, so in the last video, I was kind of showing you guys what happened that setup that Bossman Dlow responded to. The trans person had made allegations that Bossman Dlow was trying to hit them on the low, right? And so Bossman Dlow then responded to those allegations. And we just broke this story yesterday. Everything is very, very recent. And it was so crazy during this live stream. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna say anything back. Less than 24 hours, he said something back. Let me get that video pulled back up, and we're gonna go back into look, it's Jay. I really like his content, and it is straight to the point. This video is 6 minutes. He gets right to the point. I'm about to say sometimes these YouTubers be talking a lot, but I know y'all can say I be talking a lot. So I was like, maybe I shouldn't say that. Okay. And then when he responded, then they're gonna be the internet. Look at Jay said Bossman Dlow sends threatening messages to OF. So the trans person is also an OF model. OF creator who exposed him. Let me get the fair use up here. We're gonna get into this video. Let's go.
Damn. Everything but a no, or it wasn't me. Now let me start trolling. But in all seriousness, bro, I feel sad.
Okay, let me go back a little bit more. Yeah, just say it wasn't you. If you ain't got that to say, we don't really want to hear nothing.
Damn. Everything but a no, or it wasn't me. Now let me start trolling. But in all seriousness, bro, I feel sad for dude, because in situations like this, bro, even if your intentions wasn't even that, or even if that wasn't you responding to it, people gonna try to use it against you as, oh, he responded, so he gotta be guilty. And if you don't respond, oh, he don't respond, so he gotta be guilty. In a situation like this, your best bet is just keep quiet, bro, and deal with it in real life. As long as you know deep down inside they want you, that's all that matter. But the way this look, I feel like you just had to go respond. But I know you don't want to get that person no more clout, because that's all it's gonna do is they gonna gain from it, and you not. I ain't gonna hold you, man. What is good, YouTube? Y'all already know who it is, bro. It's Lucas J here, y'all, back with another video, man. And today, y'all, we got a crazy and wild video to talk about. Now, I know y'all see me with this mic again. Know my throat don't hurt. I'm actually enjoying doing videos like this. I like using this mic, bro. I be tired of doing the PC. I like getting up and being active. But in all seriousness, man, we got a crazy and wild video to talk about. It seems like in today's classroom, once again, y'all, we got Mr. Bossman Dlow on the roster. Yes, y'all, we got Mr. Bossman Dlow on the roster, Mr. Bossman DL on the roster, whatever y'all was trying to call him yesterday. And it seemed like he responded to the borough trying to expose him on social media. He sent him a message, and I ain't gonna lie, he ain't taking it too lightly. Now we're gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna show y'all everything. But real quick before we get into it, because I ain't gonna make this video long, just hit that like button. You feel me?
And he sure don't make his videos long. But that pressure of everybody talking about you, I can't even imagine how that must feel. And we're talking about thousands of people's blogs, everybody just talking about you, everybody taunting your name. That must drive you crazy.
And comment, tap in if you tap in down below, man, and smash the notification bell so I can keep y'all updated on this situation, and y'all can just be notified anytime I drop a video. Now, as I said, we got Mr. Ain't Going on the roster. Yes, the man that put the D and DL. Now, I'm gonna start trolling. Real talk, let me start trolling, because playing with a man like sexuality ain't cool. It seems like we got Mr. Bossman Dlow on the roster. Now, y'all know yesterday I made a video, which I've been actually doing pretty well, Bossman Dlow has been trending on social media because of Burrow, right? Content creator that happens to do OF. Pretty much had went on to expose him and say that, you know, Bossman Dlow pretty much tried to get him to eat him up for the low ski, and for some reason, brother didn't like it. He went on to expose Bossman Dlow. He went on to show some message that was allegedly Bossman Dlow, but he also showed a DM where Bossman Dlow literally, it was a video where you can see him literally going to Bossman Dlow real page and Bossman Dlow texting him with a question mark, and he said the rest of it was in vanish mode. Now, that was all we had got so far. You know, he was showing the messages or whatever. He was going on to say that Bossman Dlow was being cheap, and he was trying to link with her when it was in Miami, and it was just a whole bunch of BS. Now, today it seems like Bossman Dlow has responded, and the way he responded, I ain't gonna lie, he not taking it lightly. Now, he put up a story on his page and said, I ain't trying to beat nobody on the internet. I don't even play them games. Just keep ish in the streets when you decide you want to play with a real.
What does this mean? This was Bossman Dlow's response. He said, I ain't trying to beat nobody on the internet. I don't even play them games. Just keep shit in the streets when you decide you want to play with a real street nigga. Huh? What? Is that your response to the allegations of a trans person saying that you wanted to hit them up? Anything besides I didn't do it, it wasn't me, or I don't know, is just really just a waste of breath. He said, just keep shit street in the streets. This is a trans person. What are you talking about? An OF model. I don't think this is a street nigga you beefing with. What you talking about, bruh? And he said, I ain't trying to beat nobody. He said he ain't trying to beat them cheeks. He said he ain't got nothing to do with it. Very weird response. Don't really make no sense.
Free ignorant. And he followed up and said, that's all I got to say. New music on the way, new videos, new sauce, I'm coming. Now, as y'all see, he went on to say that, man, straight up, dude better have a gun when he sell. Now he want to kill the opponent. No, I'm just playing, I'm trolling. But seriously though, bro, as y'all see, he went on to like low-key threaten, bro, and said he better keep the street with him. Now listen, this be the thing, bro. You respond the way you respond, and people are going to even think you're more guilty. Why? Because
when you issue a statement, it shouldn't sound like you're threatening the other person. And why is it coming into threats and violence? Like, we went from being cheeks to violence. It's like, what? He should have just said, I didn't do it. Unless you did it. And he sounds like he's more mad that he got exposed. But I really don't like his response. And I listen to Bossman Dlow like almost every day in my car. I don't know if I'm going to listen to him anymore. I'm not sure. Sometimes I feel like you do need to separate the artist from what they be doing, because it'd be kind of crazy sometimes. But yeah, that was his statement. Very violent. Sounded like he wanted to fight. I'm like, what? Now you really look guilty. Now you really look like you have something to hide. And then it's like, I don't know why Megan Thee Stallion and Bossman Dlow, with all the money that they allege that they have, why are they not getting legal representation and issuing these statements? Where are the PR teams? Where are the managers? If you have all this money that y'all say y'all got, you don't think you should spend it on PR? And now Bossman Dlow is promoting some new music. I don't know if this is really a good time to promote more music. I don't know, man. I'm curious to see if his albums are going to do well or are they going to flop. Because for one thing we can say about Bossman Dlow, despite these allegations, his songs do very well on social media and in the algorithm. People really like his music. So I'm curious to see if this situation is going to affect his music.
Because one thing about dudes, not saying Bossman Dlow, but when dudes get exposed, the first thing they want to do is go try to kill the punk. You feel me? Try to take the person's life that they agreed to lay down with because they so embarrassed and they can't take backlash. Now, I'm not saying that's Bossman Dlow situation, but I will say, bro, if you know it's not true, bro, just don't feed into it. Don't respond to it. You feel me? If you do respond in a calm manner, laugh about it, like, you know, like one thing I always said, bro, people are going to believe what they want to believe anyway. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't like dude came out with a FaceTime video. Now, you did text, bro. And what makes it even more look a little more guilty is because you blocked them now. You just literally sent them a DM with a question mark. So it's like, what's the point of blocking them? If you want to hide nothing, ain't no, like, you can communicate with that person if y'all trying to do some type of work for your video or something, even that, or even if.
See, and at this point in time, all of Bossman Dlow's actions are making him look very guilty. And you don't even have to be guilty. If you did it, then you did it. We don't even care like that. But remember I said yesterday, it's the lying, it's the game playing, it's the blaming. And now we done got some violence. What? That's really unnecessary and definitely not warranted. But things took a turn quick, right? This story is developing fast, right? We have a trans person come out with the allegations and the evidence against Bossman Dlow. The next day, we have Bossman Dlow responding to the allegations. And what he said was, I ain't trying to be nobody. Take it to the streets when you're dealing with a real street nigga like me. I don't know, y'all. One thing I know he did say was, I didn't do it, is what he didn't say. So he pretty much said nothing that really matters because he didn't say what we wanted to hear, which is, I didn't do it. This is like, you could have kept that statement. Keep y'all statements if you're not going to come out here and say, it wasn't me, I didn't do it. I don't know. Bossman Dlow said he went to fade. He said we was gonna be lovers until you told on me. Now you can get beat up. No, man, Bossman Dlow looking really, really sketchy, and I'm so sad because I like his music. And a lot of times, these rappers, y'all just need to be quiet. The only time we need to hear y'all talk is in the music. Just go ahead, be quiet. See if I can get back
More guilty.
right
Why?
place.
Because one thing about dudes, not saying Bossman Dlow, but when dudes get exposed, the first thing they want to do is go try to kill the punk. You feel me? Try to take the person's life that they agreed to lay down with because they so embarrassed and they can't take backlash. Now, I'm not saying that's Bossman Dlow situation, but I will say, bro, if you know it's not true, bro, just don't feed into it. Don't respond to it. You feel me? If you do respond in a calm manner, laugh about it, like, you know, like one thing I always said, bro, people are going to believe what they want to believe anyway. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't like dude came out with a FaceTime video. Now, you did text, bro. And what makes it even more look a little more guilty is because you blocked them now. You just literally sent them a DM with a question mark. So it's like, what's the point of blocking them? If you want to hide nothing, ain't no, like, you can communicate with that person if y'all trying to do some type of work for your video or something. Even then, though, I don't even know what type of work y'all could be doing. I don't know. Whatever. Like, them people are, they human. You feel me? Ain't nothing wrong with dealing with somebody from the LMNOP community, as long as they ain't on no crazy tip. But honestly, bro, you send a message like that, like you want to take, bro, that's gonna make you even look more guilty. Cause now you want to kill, like, bro, if you know it's not true, forget it. But I ain't gonna hold you though. As a street nigga, I know that image is like bad. Y'all know the main three things that make a rapper look bad, especially a street rapper, is getting they chain snatch, being caught on some like this, on some foo-foo stuff, or getting your jewelry or your chain stole. Y'all know that's the three things that can stop a rapper's career. You feel me? Ratting, freaky deaky, getting your chain snatched. You feel me? And I just feel like, bro, honestly, if you know it ain't true, bro, you know what I'm saying? When you see him, you'll deal with him. When you see him, say what you
That's a good point. If somebody is making an allegation on you that you know is not true and that you know it is false, why would you then be mad? If you know it's not true, you got all this money according to you, Boss Dlow. We see y'all saw Bossman Dlow with that sack of bread on the thumbnail. You got money, you got women, you're doing good. Why are you even responding? Violent manner at that. So it makes you wonder. And it makes you wonder and it makes him look guilty. Which, if you were not lying and you were honest about who you are as a person, nobody can make you look guilty. But if you lying and you being on the DL and you playing all these games, that's a different story.
What you gotta say, people can believe it, take it what they want. It is what it is. You feel me? But if it's not true, that is wrong, bro. And I feel like this should be a crime if it's not true. Only because, like, bro, I don't think y'all understand how this can really blemish and mess up a rapper's career. Prime example, Chingy. The dude sitting star literally admitted to lying on bro, and that ruined his rap career because people thought he was, you feel me, going that way. And the whole time they were just clout chasing. But I ain't gonna hold you. This situation look a little crazy. And hey man, if that is true, be yourself, bro. Do you? You feel me? I don't agree with lifestyle. I don't think we were brought here to do that. But you know, to each his own. Who am I to judge anybody? I will just say though, bro. You feel me? If that's not true, can't play with people's life like that. Real talk. That's nothing to play around with. Niggas don't even play like that. You feel me? But give me y'all thoughts and opinions down below. And let me know, in all honesty, do y'all believe it like all
Honestly, at the end of the day, if you're honest about who you are, you don't gotta worry about stuff like this. But why is Bossman Dlow so mad if it's not true? I think it's true, y'all. What y'all think? Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. You girls start doing polls this episode or this during this show, but let's do another poll. Um okay, I'm gonna put did Boss Man, okay, I gotta spell it right. Dlow okay, I said, did Bossman Dlow hit up the trans OF model? Let me make sure I don't got no typos up in here. I think he did it. And the reason why I say that is because of the reaction that we're seeing from him, which is anger. And if you see a common theme between Megan and Bossman Dlow, is they both sounded very angry in their responses. I guess you would be mad if somebody was alleging or putting allegations on you, but if it's not true, then why are you mad? This is very, very weird to me. This next video, I am not gonna play the whole thing because the game spit up you talking, but he is so funny. I'm gonna play the the beginning of the video. Spit it is so freaking funny. He had me rolling when I was watching this last night. I think Bossman Dlow did it. I think because of that response, he got angry, but he said he got new music on the way. I'm curious to see what his music is like. And I think Megan Thee Stallion doesn't know who shot her, and that's okay. It's okay if you don't know who shot you, you didn't see it, or if you were drunk. What's not okay is what you're saying without a shadow of a doubt, you know it was Tory. But if we're being honest, the evidence is not really good facts. Because there's a lot of holes in the whole case. How y'all think it's going to end? Okay, let me pull up the game spitter. He's talking about Bossman Dlow clapping back and the whole allegation. Y'all get ready to laugh because Spitter had me rolling with this one. Had me rolling, but let me pull that up.
He was with him. Game Spitter, y'all subscribe, like, share the video. Your boy, Bossman Dlow, because it seemed like that's the vibe that he giving with this response. He just responded back with the worst shit that you could say. This is what the man said to the pun. He say, I ain't trying to beat nobody on the internet. I don't even play them games. Just keep in the streets when you decide you want to play with a real nigga. Like, huh? First of all, you ain't even deny what dude talking about. And this ain't no hip hop beef. Kodak Black didn't diss you. Young and Ace didn't diss you. What you mean? Keep shit in the street when you decide to play with a real nigga. This ain't no rapper dissing you. This is a trend. Anime. It's one of them. What you mean keep shit in the streets? Nah, nigga keep it in the sheets, not the streets. You mean to say just keep shit in the sheets? Now you could have avoided. Nigga would have kept your secret. All you had to do was pay your fare. You fat. You smell like bologna. Ain't nobody finna suck your shrivel up. Ain't nobody finna do that for no free. No, and all your songs on the way listening, on the flight to you, and every song you saying how much money you got and you ain't got $1,000. That's what the pun. That's what they saying. They ain't got $1,000. They trying to get $1,000. Even Boosie give you $1,000. You put your lips on live for $1,000. He give you $1,000 for that. You want to do it for
He do got a point. He do got a point. You know, he was saying that every song that Bossman Dlow makes, he talks about how much money he has, right? So the OF model wanted some money for their services. If every song you do, you talk about you got money, well then give me some. If you're requesting my services. And lady, you didn't really miss much. Well, the game spit is funny. He was saying that Bossman Deal is always talking about how much money he got. So the OF model wanted some money then. That seems very fair in exchange for their services. And he also said that Bossman Deal response didn't make sense because he's not talking to a street nigga. He's talking to a transformer. So what are you talking about? But let's get back into this, y'all. I'm rolling because Spit is so freaking funny. And the way he says, huh? Hilarious. I can restart it, or I'll slide it back a little bit because I know Lady said she missed some of it.
You mean to say just keep shit in the sheets? Now you could have avoided. They would have kept your secret. All you had to do was pay your fare. You fat. You smell like bologna. Ain't nobody finna suck your shrivel up. Ain't nobody finna do that for no free. No, and all your songs on the way listening, on the flight to you, And every song you saying how much money you got and you ain't got $1,000. That's what the pun. That's what they saying. They ain't got $1,000. They trying to get $1,000. Even Boosie give you $1,000. You put the pussy lips on live for $1,000. He give you $1,000 for that. You want him to do it for the free? No. Not when you fat, sweating. You ain't handsome to the pun. You ain't handsome to him. No. Like, you ain't finna get no freebies. You ain't finna get no. If you want to get some freebies, let's crawler. You gotta go and skip the game. Let's crawler. You may get some free on there. They be surprised and shocked that you Bossman Dlow and all that stuff. Yo, there's plenty freebies you can get that's in your DM. But you reached out to him, so that means you want him. So you got to pay for that. And you talking about keep shit in the streets, bro? That ain't gonna put no fear in them type of people. Motherfucker ain't scared of you. When we hear Bossman Dlow, we think down low. Now we don't think dead bodies. Like it's real street consequences of saying Bossman Dlow lame. Like, come on, man. Ain't no real consequences. You a real trap nigga. That's what you be saying. Ain't no consequences when it come with you to make one of them transformers to be feared or scared.
So he did the same thing to me because part of the alleged shit that the trainee had came out.
Okay, so one of the things that we have learned during this whole Bossman Dlow situation is that there were prior allegations that were actually put on Bossman Dlow before. And so this is like the second time that we're hearing this. There were allegations that were put on him before. He also has a YouTube channel called, I think it's called Ugly Money TV. And he interviewed the girl that was, I think she's like an ex-girlfriend or something. They gonna turn up here, so y'all get ready. It's gonna get real nasty. Just okay, here we go.
What let's say she had came out with, was that he wanted her to buy her own ticket. And he did the same thing to me. I bought my own ticket to go see his ass in Orlando at his house, confined and locked me in his room and took my phone. Like he would leave me in the room for hours. And then like I hear like smacking noises. Like after I hear smacking noises and I'm trying to peek out. And he partners. So
okay, one thing that we're kind of seeing a lot too is that when you break up with somebody, they be bitter, they be scorned. Sometimes these YouTubers, if they have a big following, will pay these people for their interviews. And so I don't know if some of the stuff that they say is fabricated or if it really happened. I don't know. But everybody wants clout. Clout is a new drug. Y'all know that. She is alleging some really nasty things. It's gonna get raunchy here. So y'all be ready. And I just want to say she has devil horns on. Can we really believe her?
Wait a minute, hold on, slow down. You're saying that Bossman Dlow allegedly was having sex with other men in his camp?
In his house. I believe it. Because he told me about another trainee.
So Dlow has told you about him?
Yeah, he showed me. He was like, I didn't even know. I'm like, he was like, this shit be so crazy because they be looking like women. You know how he talk just like that. And I was like, okay, like, what do you want me to do?
She's saying all this about him, but you was right there with him. So why don't we look at both of y'all like y'all crazy then? Because you was right there with him, and now you're on here trying to air him out. But that was your boo-boo at first. So, and her shirt says Demon Slayer. She got the horns on and the red cup. Yeah, she turned. Let's go.
Ooh.
You've been a witness to seeing him.
I've seen him do a lot of shit. Yes, sir.
So
yes.
After sleeping with you, he would go.
Yeah, and would lock me in a room and then come back. But that didn't come. I ain't gonna lie.
Now, I'm gonna tell you what you can do, boss man.
She is alleging that He was with her, and then he would go be with a trans, and then go back to her. That's what she is alleging. But I don't know, y'all. Some shenanigans. Stay out the way, y'all.
So you don't got to go to jail, and all this shit will go away. First, you want to reach out to the pun, ask them, or get somebody else to reach out, ask them how much it's going to cost for you to come out and say everything was a lie. And yeah, because you got to understand, when he showed and said, when he showed the IG that he was texting you, you text him first on DM on IG, he text back, and everything else was in vanish mode. He didn't show that it came from his IG page. He didn't show that. So right there, bingo, it's still some saving. He ain't showed that yet, so it's still so he can say, if you give him like 50 to 200K, give him 50 to 200K, give him that, he could be like, it was my girlfriend's phone, because it was somebody else's phone he had.
One thing I would say about the internet is that they be investigating, and they will tell you how to get away. He is telling Bossman Dlow how to get out of this PR the nightmare.
Right there, bingo. It's still some saving. He ain't showed that yet, so it's still some, so he can say, if you give him like 50 to 200K, give him 50 to 200K, give him that, he could be like, it was my girlfriend's phone, because it was somebody else's phone he had. He could have had two phones, but he could say, they're my homegirl phone. They're my homegirl phone. And yeah, that wasn't I was lying. I just wanted the clout and all that stuff. But you got to pay. He'll come out and say he was a liar for a nice bag. Yeah, you could do that. And you won't have to go to jail. The pun ain't gonna go to the police. Not about he getting some money. Yeah. And then while he doing that, saying he lied and this and that, because you got to think, him showing the text messages and all this stuff, they can be anywhere. You can put Bossman Dlow name, and it could be the same area code, and it could be a Florida area code, and what I'm saying, that don't mean it was you, right? So if it's really you, now if it really ain't you, then you good. You can just fall back. Also, while he doing that, you still be dropping bangers. You still got to be dropping bangers, and the people gonna forget. But you still gonna have the certain females gonna say, nah, he really did that. You have some dudes gonna say, yeah, that's Bossman Dlow. Because you gotta think, people gonna always feel like this. It should never be a time where a transformer come and put that smut on your name, whether you guilty or you're not guilty. They shouldn't even play with you like that. They shouldn't even play with you like that. So that right there, raise red flags. But if you want him to come out and be like, he ain't do that and I was lying, all this stuff, you're gonna have to pay. Other than that, like the shit that you saying is making you look so guilty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, but the shit that you saying make you look guilty because you ain't deny it. Because you saying, I ain't trying to beat nobody on the internet. That's the problem. You ain't trying to beat your meat either. If you were trying to beat your meat, you won't be texting the boy and yo.
Bro, Spirit is so funny. But he is telling the truth here. And I hope Bossman Dlow is listening, because he's telling you how you're going to get up out of this situation. With that transform, put some allegations on you. He going to tell you how to get away. Bossman, I don't know, Bossman. It's tough out here for you right now. It's tough for you out here right now.
Vaseline ain't never put nobody in prison. I say Vaseline, you'd have been touching yourself, pleasing yourself, learning how to skip a man. I should be saying learn how to skip a hoe, but with you, learning how to skip a man, you letting your fetishes get the best of you. D-Lo? That's a terrible name to have right now. D-Lo. Keep it on the down low. You know what I mean? Like, so you letting your fetish get the.
When he said you've been on the DL down low, that just took me out. But Bossman Dlow can do whatever he wants to do behind closed doors. It's when you lie about who you are and you don't own up to things, it's when it becomes a big issue. Or then this situation can happen. Somebody could be airing you out.
Ain't no way you just won't buddy just to give you some top. Ain't no way. Ain't no way you didn't know this was a boy. Look at him. He ain't got the full trans look. You know what I'm saying? He just really.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Bossman Dlow knew what it was. And we don't really want to hear no lying and I didn't know. And then in that video, I'm not gonna play the rest of it. The gang spitter was saying he pulled out a pair of clippers. And he was saying that Bossman Dlow wanted the trans person to line him up. Yeah. He said he was trying to get his lineup like him. Because one thing we can say about the OF model is that his lineup was clean. In that picture and in the other pictures I showed you guys the other day. But Bossman Dlow can do whatever he wants to do. There is no issue with you doing whatever you do. The issue is when you be coming out here lying, people can expose you and it's more likely for you to get exposed if people know you are worth a lot of money. Honestly. But the game's gonna have me rolling. I'm gonna see what is gonna happen with this overnight. Gonna have some pre-recorded content going on tomorrow. Oh, and I want to show you guys something before we get up out of here. I want to show you guys my YouTube channel. I placed a poll. Hey sis, what's going on? Girl, what you think about Bossman Dlow? You think he did it? I placed a poll in my community tab on my YouTube channel. We are we're pretty much done with season 3. This week we are going to be wrapping up season 3. And the question that I have for you guys is I wanted to know what you guys want to cook and what y'all want to eat for the season 3 finale. I predict in our kitchen talk with live show. I'm getting talking fatigue. Kitchen talk with Chef Big Bang. It is our live show here that we do on YouTube. I placed a poll in my community tab, my YouTube channel, to see what you guys want to cook. Normally, when I end my live show, Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bang, and then this is a different segment. This is time for tea at 907 Goodies. Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bang, we mainly be cooking, eating food. We did do a couple of Time for Tea episodes in season 3. I launched this segment in season 3, but recently I have separated the two. So Time for Tea will be its own segment. Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bang will be its own segment. There are playlists on my YouTube channel dedicated to both season 3 and Time for Tea. Hey sis, y'all, TT is my nickname that my people call me and everybody from Alaska. When I grew up, they just gave me that name TT, but it's funny because like the people that I work with and go to school all know me by my first name, Letitia. But y'all on here know me by 907 Goodies or Chef Big Bang. But you know what I realized? For every stage of my life, I have a different nickname. She said, I don't know, but it's possible. A lot of low-key zesty men. Look. And we don't care what your preference is. It's okay if that's what you choose to do. Everyone doesn't agree with that lifestyle. I think it's the downloading that people really don't like. Now, for the rest of his career, Bossman Dlow is going to get made fun of. People are going to remix that Dlow part of his name. Get thick skin to get used to it. It's too easy. It's too easy. Oh yeah, I was gonna say I was boss. Like, what was I gonna do? Okay. We probably have about 2 more episodes of Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank. We're gonna wrap up our season and we're gonna get into season 4 because it's a new season, it's getting warm outside, and we are almost at we're at 212 episodes in season 3. The full complete playlist is gonna be my YouTube channel. 212 episodes. I'm like, all right, it's that time for us to go into season 4. Y'all make sure y'all check out season 1 and season 2. That's kind of when I first kicked off going live. And I would just say it is a big difference from now. Because when you first start going live, you don't be that comfortable. And after a while, you're like, shoot, I'm up here with my people, sipping on this tea. And then I created this segment because there are so many hot topics going on that I want to talk about with you guys, because I know I cook, but it's weird. I don't watch a ton of other cooking and food content, not a ton. I'll watch some, but then I find myself looking up, hot topics, celebrities. Y'all know I'll be watching Lucas TJ, the Gang Spitter. I'll be watching Poetic Flacco, Seti Nash. And I was like, you know what? I'm always watching this stuff. I'm always commenting on it. Let me, try to mix it into my platform. And that's where we got time for tea. While we talk about hot topics, we sip our tea or coffee or water, depending on what you like. But let me show you guys the poll. Yes, I want to know what you guys want to eat for the season 3 finale of Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank. Okay, so this is my YouTube channel right here. Let me this will be right. Okay, let me go to this. Okay, this is my YouTube channel. This is the post tab, and you see if you're a member, you'll get the membership tab, the playlist, the live, shorts, videos, and home. I'm going to click this home because you're already here. I want y'all to see what the YouTube channel looks like. Okay, kitchen hours, Wednesday at 9 a.m. We're dropping pre-recorded content. And we're going live at various times, so turn on all notifications. That's the hours for the kitchen. That is us right there. And then these are some of the member-only videos that are available if you are a member. Recently, because I realized that I was cooking so much. And then I was like, let me organize this better, so that if you're looking for breakfast recipes or you're looking for lunch recipes or dinner recipes, you're able to come here and pick them out. So I created these, and y'all see I'll be cooking a lot. People gonna say to me, well, I see you up there talking about hot topics. You don't want to cook no more? Does it look like I'm going to stop cooking? Does it look like that? Oh, and this is when we got monetized. We've been monetized on YouTube for less than a year. And this is when we got monetized 8 months ago. We made a meal to celebrate that, and it was shrimp stir fry. But y'all, I cook all the time. Okay. And I'm never gonna stop cooking, but I can do a lot of different content. I don't gotta just be cooking. And so this is the oxtail boil and dessert. You guys love these prep videos. I'm gonna do some more prep videos in season 4. Y'all love when I stand up here and cut up vegetables and talk to y'all. Ooh, and then we did a mushroom Swiss burger. The Shack burgers from Walmart are so good. So we are always cooking. This is the season 3 of my live show that I was talking to you guys about. And then we have cooking lessons. We got the Foodiegang food panel full series. This is all of our episodes. We just completed episode 22, and that's the one I was telling you guys about with the super chef. And so these shout out to my co-hosts. We be up here having a good time. So that's a whole nother segment, the Foodiegang food panel. We do that on Sundays. And then we got the time for tea, which is the new segment that I added. And I put all of the time for teas together, even the ones that I did when I first launched it during season 3. There was one of them that I did so good. It got to like 1,500 views. Yeah, I think, yeah, 1,500 views. It was crazy. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, and we were also talking about Angie Stone. One of the lives, this one. This is when I first started doing time for tea. And this is what makes me keep doing it. We were talking about Angie Stone. So this is when I first launched Time for Tea. I was kind of, a lot of times with content creation, you got to experiment. So I was experimenting. I was like, we're going to try this. We're going to see. This was 2 months ago. Angie Stone updates. Suspects found in G Money Little Ronnie case. Young jock faces tragedy. Y'all, it out of nowhere, this live stream did so good. And we have not gotten this many views since this, but we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. We never know. But 1.5K views, not all happened while I was live. The Angie Stone was just a really hot topic. And I know you guys heard about the G Money Lil Ronnie case. That was so sad. Very heartbreaking, very, very sad. So yeah, we're gonna keep doing time for tea. We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see where it goes. But let me show y'all what I was supposed to be showing y'all in the beginning. But this is my YouTube channel. Okay, those are all the videos in the playlist. These are all of the shorts. So look, 754 videos. We are not playing up here. I also have another YouTube channel that I need to work on some more where I make children's content, but these are all the shorts that we have. So we have a lot of great content on 907 Good Eats. Okay. And I'll be cooking. Your girl be cooking. Okay. I can step away from the kitchen from a year and come back and still have a whole bunch of cooking content. Okay, but here we go, y'all. Season 3 finale food poll. What should we cook for the finale Foodiegang? You guys comment on this, whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. Come over to Facebook and leave a comment down below. Okay, the options are meatloaf, a fish fry, which we did in season 3. We did a fish fry. We got over like 5,000 views for that one. So I was like, maybe we should do a fish fry every season finale. We'll see. Shrimp Alfredo, Philly cheesesteak subs. Only had 2 votes. So y'all go ahead and vote. I just posted this poll 3 hours ago. Y'all go ahead and vote. Let me know what y'all want to eat for the finale. And we're finna get up out of season 3 very, very soon. Yeah, so let me see if I can click on that and make it bigger. Can I click on this, make it bigger? Oh, okay. And I got some. Okay, so that is a poll. I wish I could click on it and make it bigger, but I don't think I can. So meatloaf, fish fry, shrimp Alfredo, Philly cheesesteak subs. Shout out to Truth Teller, who we are gonna link up and do some content very soon. I have I definitely want to link up with Truth Teller and do some content. He is a really good content creator, but he is an ex-cop. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Black people don't like the police. But there are so many instances where the police are very much needed and need to be thanked and need to be appreciated. But shout out to Truth Teller for sponsoring. Let me go to this. Shout because we talking about Truth Teller. Let me put this thing on there. Shout out to Truth Teller for sponsoring episode 212, where we had Sunday dinner and we made some good food, y'all. Some good food. But Truth Teller wants to link up and do some content. And I said, okay, well, tell me a little bit about yourself. He said, I'm an ex-cop. I said, what? We have never had an ex-cop or a cop, to my knowledge, be on this panel. I've never even met one before. So I definitely want to link with him and get into that and make some really great content. But shout out to Truth Teller for sponsoring Sunday night's episode. And anytime you guys sponsor an episode, if you are the main sponsor of the show, I try to give you guys a shout out on my community wall. But shout out to Truth Teller for coming through with the 50 ball. We're going to link up and do some content very soon. And if y'all was here yesterday, you know about B. Oh my goodness. So one time I was in the chat, right? And I was like, you know, when you're on YouTube and you go to people's chat, you say hi to everybody, you show respect. So I'm doing that, right? And I look back and I'm like, oh my gosh. And instead of putting BBB, I put BBC. And you know what was so funny? Is Big Bad Bull responded when I said BBC. And I said, oh my God, I'm so sorry, Big Bad Bull. I meant BBB. And he was like, it's okay. It's okay. I knew you was talking to me. But shout out to Big Bad Bull coming through yesterday, making it rain on your girl, making it rain on the chat, keeping that stove on at 907 goodies so that we can continue to cook. Toya, I call this man I call him BBC. And I was so embarrassed. He was like, it's okay. He was like, you ain't told no lies. It's a big one down here. But he came through yesterday making it rain on us. Putting some of that big energy on us with the 25 memberships. So after the 30 days, the gifted membership will end, and hopefully you guys keep your membership. Tune into the channel. But shout out to Big Bad Bull, and we also had some great people come through the chat. Yes, girl, I call this grown man BBC. Hey, best friend, what's going on? Yeah, I called him BBC, but he knew I was talking to him, which is crazy. He said, I knew you was talking to me. I said, okay. And then I was like, what am I thinking about? What's on my mind? Hey, best friend, another great content creator that y'all gotta check out. She been putting in that work. She's the reason why I need to get back in the editing studio and I need to pump out some videos because the way some of y'all be putting out these edited videos, I'm like, man, can y'all come edit my videos? I'm doing good. Okay, Liliana, we're about to end season 3 of Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank, and we're gonna go into season 4. On my YouTube channel, I put up a poll to see what you guys want to cook, what y'all want to see me eat for the finale. Go ahead and answer the poll, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. How are you doing? Because these YouTube streets will take you up under. But yeah, I said BBC. It was so funny. But shout out to my YouTube friends. Look, y'all want to come up here and y'all want to say I talk a lot. And I do. I'm not denying that. But my YouTube friends, they talk. Okay. We're talking 24-hour live streams. We're talking 30-hour live streams, 12 hours, 9 hours, 8 hours. Y'all, I ain't got this type of time. They can out-talk me any day. They know how to talk with all caps. Look, I will go to bed and I will wake up. I'll go to bed, they'll be on live. I'll wake up, they're on live. I go to church, they're on live. I go live, and I end my live, and they still on live. Oh, Liliana, I'm glad that you mentioned this. This poll that I'm referring to is going to be on my YouTube channel. This poll is on my YouTube channel. Say one thing. Liliana don't got or NF don't got Facebook, but she got IG. And she be up here taking all them selfies, putting all them traps out. Yes, that poll is gonna be on my YouTube channel. Yes, lady, we are wrapping up. Does anybody have anything that they want to say? We are wrapping up. We're just chilling now. And you know what? One thing I can say, we love each other over here on YouTube. When you have like a chat buddy and you haven't seen them in a while, you be happy to see them. Like I'm always so happy to see NF. I am always really happy to see Lady. And you know what? When Lady go missing in action, I'll go right over to IG and I'll send her a message. Like, hey, what's up? Are you okay? Like it's real over here. We really care about each other. And NF said, girl. Yeah, I sent her a message. I'm like, hey, I made this for you. And you wasn't there. What's up? And that's and that's another thing. If we live next door, y'all, we will be having like girls' night. We will be cooking. We will be talking. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like this is really my homegirls. So what I did, enough. What's up, Poppy? Poppy is another one that can talk too. I'm telling you, they be out here talking. Okay. NF said, I do send me your address. I'm gonna laugh a lot. I'm gonna send you some tamales right now. And then NF said, lady, you on IG and ain't at me. Sound like y'all were friends already on IG, but I could be wrong. And Poppy said, hey, yo, Poppy be having me rolling. And we are doing good. We are doing good. We talked about Megan goes off on Tory and Bossman Dlow addresses the allegations. And we just wrapping up the show. We finna get up out of here soon. We're probably gonna be back live streaming tomorrow. Nah, I know that's a lie. Let me say, what did I say? I'm innocent. I'm a Jehovah Witness. Okay. Okay, are you a Jehovah Witness when you come on YouTube? Or do you leave your religion behind? Why? Y'all gotta go add NF on IG. You can finally see her face. Because when she be up here on YouTube, she don't like to show herself. And she does a lot of like faceless content. But if you go over to her IG, she be all in the camera with the little duck lips. um, and yeah, we're gonna get back onto you, Poppy. Poppy be out here triggering folks. um, yeah. And if you ever see Poppy before on YouTube, he probably cursing somebody out. He be like, "I'll fly you out right now. I'll fly you out right now." Mommy. Ooh, we say you got that BBC. Yeah. My friend. Hmm? Okay, yeah. Yeah, we can. Yeah, that's Ava in the background. She my timer. She told me she ready for me to get up off of here. Just 10 seconds. I'm doing good. I made some skillet potatoes, peppers, and sausage on Sunday. I made for Sunday breakfast, so I had that for leftovers. Today I had my tea. I made some really good food. I'm gonna be posting that picture later on too on my community tab. But I'm doing good, Poppy. I got this poll on my YouTube channel. I'm trying to figure out what y'all want to eat for season 3 finale. So y'all go answer the poll. Um, yeah, y'all, we're gonna be back here tomorrow to talk about somebody else. Be back here tomorrow to talk about somebody else. I want some of the food truck tacos that you be making with that homemade salsa. I'll take the tamales though. If you give me the tamales, I ain't gonna complain. But what's up with the tacos with the homemade salsa? With the cilantro and onions. You can keep. I don't know if I'm gonna eat cow tongue, but I would like some beef or something, like some regular beef. Okay, so let me get my final thoughts. We're finna get up out of here, and then we will be back shortly. I will let you guys know on my YouTube channel when we're going to be doing the next live stream. And see, this is why I need someone like Liliana to live next door to me, so that makes fresh salsa, so then I can go over and get some, and you can just make it for me, and then I can serve that with my food. Cause your girl, I've seen them make salsa. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of like, I don't got time for all that. Okay. Look, but beggars can't be choosers. If you want to give me free food, that's good. And I know it's good because I know she can cook. I'll be watching. I ain't taking everybody's food. Okay? Y'all can keep y'all food. I gotta see that you can cook first. Okay, time for tea final thoughts. I think that Megan needs to be quiet. The next statements that she issues, if she does issue any, need to be written with the assistance of a PR team or legal counsel. Because right now it's giving angry, it's giving bitter 304 that want to take Tory down, is what it's giving. From her calling him a demon, saying the facts are the facts when the facts ain't facting, to her blaming the fans. And in that statement, I don't even think she addressed Kelsey. You got all this smoke for Tory, but you ain't got nothing to say about Kelsey? That's crazy. Bossman Dlow, you need to watch the Gang Spitter. You need to take his advice. He know a little bit more about this than me because he's really in that, community with the hip hop and the music. You need to watch the Gang Spitter and take his advice. You also need help, like a PR team, a legal team, if you're worried about your image. He does have some new music coming out. We will see how that goes. I will keep you updated on these two stories if any new developments come out. Um, that's all for today's segment. Time for tea. Let me play this video for y'all before we get up out of here.
Please hold for a very important message.
All right, there you have it. Hold for a very important message. I still have to make a new outro video for Time for Tea. So I am gonna play you guys the season 3 outro, but it don't matter. It don't matter. Y'all know what it is. Hit that like button, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about Megan, what you think about Tory. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section after this video ends. Hit the like button, join the channel, get you a membership to the YouTube channel. I'll see y'all on the next one. Time for tea, and I'm out of here. Psych, that was the wrong one. Let me hear. That was the wrong video. That was the countdown. But okay, I'm really leaving this time. This was the right one.
Foodiegang, gang, gang. 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 This is Chef Big Bang. Thank you so much for watching. And